Let them know you're here, folks.
This will now be a 3rd and 2, ball on the 49-yard line. Kevin Stump, Wesley Outland up top side with you.
Good gracious.
Donovan Spellman, he's excited for homecoming. Cleared over the ball in the center in the
Looks
line.
like they're getting ready to bring the house.
Ready to go with the defense.
Got
and
him.
he read him.
3 yard loss.
Big down. Cyrus the Virus. Mason Rambo. Boy, oh boy. It all started with Donovan Spellman jumping over the line. They're ready to go. Listen to him, get him hyped up. Number 6, Mason Bland, who's the prince of the Comets homecoming group this year. Hyping up the crowd at number 6 in the linebacker position. Here we go now with a 4th and 4. You think they're going to punt it, Kevin?
I do. I think they'll punt it to go ahead and start the game. They've had good plays and bad plays, but the best thing to do right now is just punt it away, as long as Clayton will stay on sides.
So a 4th and 4. Ball up. Snap almost blocked and picked off.
Almost got it.
Boy, he was almost there.
Oh, he picks it up at the.
And the nice run. That was number 14, almost bringing him down on the block of Nehemiah Prince.
Going to get it about to the 21-yard line. So
and the ball will go around the 25-yard line to the 24, and it will now be the Comets' ball. Cam, down to you. Good defensive drive to stop the first series.
Oh, did we expect anything less from this defense?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You know, they gave them 5 yards right off the bat. But I tell you what, on that punt, when it took that bounce, it makes me so nervous. You know, we've seen some of the mishandles we've had on punt returns lately, and that just gets my heart beating.
Yeah, you and me both. We had a
and now we have Hogan Yates is going to start the game at quarterback.
Yeah, we certainly have it. Hogan Yates.
2 wide to the left.
Ready to go, right. Number 2. He'll send it off, obviously, up the middle to Antonio Cinco. It's a sweep to the left. They read it. Number 7 was there as well. As number 10 on the Titans defense. That's Javon Wright and Sean Daniel. Down to you, Kim.
And Wesley, you called, obviously Antonio Cinco is lined up in the backfield. Typically Nehemiah would be starting the game, but he took a knee, or a helmet to the knee in the last game, and so he is out. He's actually on crutches, had an MRI today, so awaiting those results.
What a heartbreak on homecoming night, unable to play the game. A 2nd and 13, a loss of 3 in the last play. Ball on the 18. Motion movement by number 7 of Kyle Nesselrode, the tight end linebacker. And here comes a throw above everybody.
Oh, nice.
Catch is made, believe it or not, by number 1. That's Everett Boyd. Move the chains there at least some way up the field a little bit. Not a first down, though.
Yeah, I got about 6 yards on the play. It's going to be about 3rd and 7.
About a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That was a good out route that he ran. Real good.
3rd and 7, ball on the 24-yard line. Homecoming 2021. Ready to go. First series for the Comets. 3rd and 7, ball on the 24. Motion movement by number 10. On Darian Campbell throwing it deep. Pass interference. Flags will go flying in. Number 11. That is Michael McDaniel for the Titans on the pass interference call.
Yeah,
and it was intended for Ian Martin. Kim, you could have saw that maybe 10 miles away on the way to Boom City, Fayetteville.
And I tell you what, I'm not 100% sure if that was a catchable ball. But again,
it was.
I couldn't tell from the...
We got TV monitors tonight, Kim.
Well, and you're looking at it straight on. I'm looking at it downfield. But, boy, he just absolutely tackled the receiver.
Yeah,
it was.
He knew he was beaten. He'd rather give up 15 yards than a huge play.
So here's the thing. It was on a 4th down, a 4th and 4. It was a 15-yard.
It was on a third down.
So,
third down.
So it was on a 3rd and 4. It was a 15-yard penalty. They don't go to the spot of the foul. So it did make it a 1st down. 1st and 10, ball on the 44. Antonio Cinco up the middle there.
That was a nice
couple
run
of defense stops by number 85 of Quinal Hall and 21, Kevon Moore.
That's some good blocking by the Hogs up front. There were some big boys out there pushing each other around.
The head coach for the South Garner Titans is Daniel Finn. Of course, Coach Shane Handy for the Comets. 2nd and 1, ball on the 48. The Comets are moving midway at midfield. 1 yard away from a 1st down. Yates up the middle to Cinco. Cinco powers his way to get a couple of more. Past the 1st yard marker. 1st down and more. Probably a pickup of about 4.
Yep, 4 yards. Yep, it's going to make it 1st and 10 at about the 47-yard line.
First and 10, ball on the 47-yard line. This place is packed to the masses on the home side here at Nixon Fowler Stadium. Homecoming 2021 on the Community Radio Network, as well as Clayton High School TV on YouTube. Flags fly. Somebody might have jumped a little early. It might have been number 10 for the Comets of Darian Campbell, and they're going to have a discussion of not only dinner plans after the game, but to decide who will be called on the penalty, and it looks like it will go against Clayton.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they hadn't made the signal yet. Dead ball. Offside.
Dead ball offsides on the Comets. Yep.
10. They had too many on the line of scrimmage.
By the way, speaking of tonight's game, the officials are from the North Carolina High School Athletic Association of the Triangle Football Association. Referee is Eddie Pendergrass. Umpire is Marty Smith. Line middle is Michael Sachs. Line judge is Michael Utley. Back judge is Jared Hopkins. Here we go now on a 1st and 15. Yates under pressure. He'll zoom it through the air. It's caught, but I think it's out of bounds by Everett Boyd. He caught it, but it was out of bounds. No good. Great double coverage by 12 and 13. Trondrick Evans and Michael McDaniel.
Michael McDaniel made a good jump on that ball, and all of his receivers were covered. He didn't really have nowhere to go to, so luckily he threw it where if anybody was going to catch it, it was only going to be his wide receiver and nobody else. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, you talked about that the defender had good coverage. He actually got hands on the ball first, and Everett just wanted it more and took it away from him. But obviously by the time he got possession, he was out of bounds.
Here we go now with a Yates to Cinco. They were grabbing the back of his jersey, number 22 at midfield, and that was Eli Lattimore. Eli Lattimore bringing him down. And it was Antonio Cinco with the run up the field, the running back linebacker junior, who has to step up tonight for the injured run backer sophomore of Nehemiah Smith, who normally does a fantabulous job in the RB position. Nadir Simmons, we await him soon. Yates will throw it to the left hash mark. Short to Ian Martin. Great coverage by Kevin Moore. Got all the way to the 15, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, just one step too far for him. But
I was going to say, if Ian's arms were about 2 inches longer, he might have had a chance at that.
Ready now on a 4th and 11. A 4th and 11. Remember last time they were on a 3rd down and 4, they got a pass interference called on them, and it put the Comets on the 1st down.
Yeah,
this is now 4th and 11. I think they're going to punt it.
Yeah.
Mason Rambo is ready to bring the big foot there, and he'll punt it.
Nice kick.
Big foot down to the end zone, if you will. It bobs and stops around the 15.
Oh, nice
Continues to bounce at around the 12. Ball comes to a stop. And the end of the series for the Comets. We're underway at Homecoming 2021.
This episode is an exclusive production solely for the private, non-commercial use of our listening audience. Any publication, reproduction, transmission of the accounts without the express written consent or permission is restricted and prohibited. To hear this replay or other previous podcasts, download on iHeartRadio, iTunes Radio, and TuneIn. As always, this show is for you. Thank you for listening.
First and 10 with the ball on the 13, and it goes nowhere. So a 2nd and 10 ball on the 13 coming up.
Yeah, he was looking for Kevin Moore on the outside.
Stuck on the line of scrimmage after that play.
You know, obviously we talk about this defense is always hungry, but when they've got an opponent deep in their own territory, I think they've got to go to just another gear. You can tell they're ready to put some pressure on this quarterback as they continue to show blitz.
Greg out. Greg, there you go, buddy.
Oh, there we
nice
go.
stop in the backfield. Yep. Nice.
Tackled in the backfield by number 8, Donovan Spellman.
Donovan Spellman, the Appalachian State commit, making a big stop there, bringing him down.
Looks like 3rd down and about 14.
Band's out there trying to get the defense
Boy,
fired
one
up,
thing
which
you
right
got
now
to
don't look like they
say,
need
when
it.
that band livens up, it just makes it so much more special. Back to the 1-yard line, and we got flags flying. Here comes Dirty Laundry on homecoming night just outside the end zone.
Yeah, both receivers here on the left side took off early.
So do you call it on the offense?
No, it was on the offense. But it was both receivers.
Yeah.
It's
took off.
offense on South Garner.
5 yards, going to be 3rd down and about 19.
Remember, the Comets got their first safety last Friday night against Southeast Raleigh. And it happened something just like this.
And
Could we see history repeating and deja vu 2 Fridays in a row?
yeah, it looks like the quarterback's calling an audible. to the wide
Spellman is
receivers.
coming. Bland's coming. Rambo's coming. Here they come. Throws it.
Oh,
He got it. Intercepted. He's got it. Mason Rambo.
Good play. Had to jump on the ball.
Interception.
That was a way to jump right. He jumped right in front of that wide
He
receiver and
read
took it
the
right from him.
play and took it away. Cam, down to you. Wow. And he will now get the Comets dog chain.
Holy smokes, I about got ran over by the entire defense coming off. But wow, I mean, he was almost surprised that ball was right
yeah.
there.
Oh,
He
yeah.
jumped it,
Yeah.
and that ball was right in his hands, and he took off running.
Yeah, he was
Comets
looking
got
at,
the ball on the 6-yard line.
he was looking at the
Mason
wide
Rambo.
receiver cutting across, and it
Look at
basically hit him right in the
that.
stomach.
Yates,
Handoff
Cinco, that's Nadir
Oh,
Simmons. It's a fake
touchdown.
to Yates.
Oh, and they ought to get him a penalty for that.
And that was-
Should have been a penalty right there.
Hogan Yates with that,
Yes.
the RPO, he just pulled it right out from Nadir, kept it himself, found a hole on the left side, and scored for a
He
touchdown.
grabbed it by his neck collar as he
It's a-
made his way to the end zone.
Yeah, the referee should have threw a penalty on that. He was 4 yards into the end zone, and the South Garner player just grabbed the back of his jersey and just threw him down for no reason.
Touchdown Comets, 1 play, 6 yards, and a touchdown. They're going to go for the extra point. Everett Boyd looked good last week at Southeast Raleigh, getting higher and higher. Ball is up. It is good.
Nice kick.
7-0, homecoming. 2021, and the Comets, they
Are
strike
off and running.
first.
You know, we've been talking about just the progression of Everett Boyd's kicks. For an extra point, that thing went pretty much back to the scoreboard. So if we need a field goal in this game, I think Everett's going to be ready.
Yes.
Comets! 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 Mr. Craig down there doing his post-touchdown celebrations.
Everybody calls him the
Hyping him up.
C-Man.
C-Man,
I'll tell you
yes.
what, when the Comets get yelled at, you know, this is standing room only in these
Oh.
stadiums. I mean, the bleachers are absolutely
Look
packed.
across
It's
the
how
way up
deep
there.
it is all the way around the fencing. And I think when they get that cheer going, I think they can hear it in downtown Clayton.
I
And
think
how
they can
humble
probably
is it?
hear it over in Cleveland, I hope, because they're going to sure get it in a couple of weeks.
And how humbling is it to know that we've got the best seat in the house? The Comets just scored. It's 7-0. And now we get ready for the Comets to send it back into orbit to the Titans one more time. 5:37 left to go in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10, but the ball is now at the 35, and that is because Everett Boyd is about to kick that ball to the promised land and send it up. Another good kick around
Nice.
the 22, and here he comes for the Titans. Couple of missed tackles, but then they bring him down. 2 players there, 22 and 14 for the Comets. Jaden Blackman and 14, Nehemiah Prince, both on the takedown on number 15 for Jaquan McKee Brinkley.
Yeah, that was a good kick right in. Yeah, he almost kicked it right in between the two defenders, right on the right hash mark. So.
And Wesley, I just want to make a quick comment. You just mentioned Jaquan McKay Brinkley.
Yes.
We have not mentioned his name for many weeks. He was the one that got hit in the knee with his kneecap. He has been out. This is his first game back since,
right.
I want to say, the Wake Forest game, possibly.
Yeah, it's good to see Jaquan McKee Brinkley back on the field. And here we go. Nice run. Here we go. And a bring down.
Didn't get anything.
Down first by number 44.
Got tripped up in the backfield.
Tripped up in the backfield as Kevin reiterated on. And this one now bring us 2nd and 10.
Almost 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Defense is playing really good so far. They're staying in their gaps and they're shooting their holes like they're supposed to, and staying in their zones like they're supposed to, and not overreading. South Garner's got a 2-back set with 2 wide receivers out to the right.
Digging in. Here they come. The Comets defense ready to show signs of blitz. Boy, they're ready. They're coming at him heavy. Here they come. He throws it up. And
But
believe
he
it or not, got an open man. 45 was there. That is Alejandro Rubio.
Great
the
tackle.
linebacker junior with a big takedown there. Good job, 45.
That was a great read on that. It wasn't going to fool him on that one. It was just about a 4-yard out route, and he was all over it.
Third down and 9 coming up for the Titans.
4:22 and the clock ticks down. 3rd and 9. 7-0. The Comets up in front.
All right, let's let the defense
This
know
is the
you're out
same.
here,
This
folks.
is about
3rd
the
and
same
9.
offense they've run the whole game. The 2 wide receivers out to the left with 2 running backs and the quarterback in the backfield.
Ready now on a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, it just
They
depends
picked
on
up
which
one
hash
a
mark.
moment ago.
Just depends on which hash mark they're on is which side they're going to go to.
Your quarterback coming out of the pocket now settles back in. He's got 2 behind him. And no, he does not throw to anybody except deep downfield.
Oh, that's going to be a jump ball. Pick off.
Interception.
Pick off. Go!
Picks it off.
Picked up by John Emerson.
Number 5, John Emerson.
Nice play.
And that was the help with also the assist by Byron Smith. Yes, Kim, we love football and we love hockey.
I mean, and John was just waiting for that ball to come to him. He had that played perfectly, just waiting for it. You know, we've talked about defensive have, you know, quote unquote, picked on John a little bit this year, and I think he just made a statement.
Yeah, that was a great play. I mean, it basically looked like a Hail Mary pass where just throw it up and let's see who's going to get it. But that's a crazy throw to make it with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, he
but,
threw it up there.
You just got to try to do the best you can, but that was great defense.
That is the 2nd interception of the night now for the South Garner Titans. Quarterback number 3 of James Johnson Jr.
It looks like Clayton's spreading the ball out here. They might
That's
be
a
going
sophomore, Kevin, at 6 foot 169. And now the Comets ready to go again. They read that. Defense for the Titans was there, 22 and 74. Or 54, 22, 54, and 7. That's number 22 of Eli Lattimore, number 7 of Sean Daniel, and number 54 of Donald Cox bringing him down.
But that's the whole thing about the run-pass option. You know, they've been running. They haven't been able to stop them. Well, now they run, and they can stop them. If they'll probably either throw a short slant pass here, or they'll try to run the ball again and try to burn them deep on the next play.
Yeah, here we go now on a 2nd and 12, ball on the 38-yard line of the Titans. Trying to move into the Comets, the Comets territory. Trying to get in the Titans territory is what I meant to say. And a swing pass. Jersey's getting a little rigged up there as Darian Campbell had the ball, number 10.
Loss of about 3.
And he'll lose about 3 or 4 yards there. It's going to be now 3rd and 15. The ball now goes to the Comets' 35-yard line.
And you always got to be careful with them swing passes like that because you're throwing it backwards. So if he wouldn't have caught that, that would have been a fumble and a live football. So luckily, at least he caught the ball, didn't lose no more than he did.
3rd and 15, ball on the 35-yard line, and here we go. Snap, crackle, pop by Yates. Low snap, got a hold of it. He'll throw it up and sink it. Oh, and they almost, they called it interception. It's incomplete.
No, they're giving it to him.
No, they're calling it an interception. It's a turnover. Number 3, James Johnson Jr. The quarterback got the ball back.
Yeah, that was almost like that last play. He threw it up, but he threw it just about 3 yards too far, and the quarterback / DB got the ball back for him.
The quarterback got the ball back, Kim. That's number 3, James Johnson Jr. Playing double action on the field, offense, defense, and I think he wanted that ball back after the interception by John Emerson.
Just over 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Your score, Comets 7, Titans 0.
7-0 the score.
2:11 left in the first quarter.
That's right.
We're on 35.
So the Comets defense will work their way back on the field again. Here we go.
Coming again.
Number 3. Look at that. He got the ball back, and he's back in the QB position. He threw it deep. Number 3, Byron Smith playing great coverage on number 5 of Zamari Winston, and it's incomplete. This will be 2nd and 10. Ball now on the Titans' 35-yard line.
He threw that ball about 45 yards in the air. That was a good pass. It was right there, but it was about 2 yards out of bounds.
Comets again trying to work their way back up the field. 2 minutes remaining here. Friday Night Lights, but there's just something more special because it's homecoming. And there'll be one more homecoming game of the year, and that will be on Friday night, October the 29th, the finale of the Greater Neuse River 4A
nice
Conference
tackle in the
season.
backfield.
And that's also against the Cleveland Rams. There's number 8, Donovan Spellman, with a nice little stop there.
Yeah, he read that one real good.
Going to bring up third down for the Titans.
It will be a third and 14. Third and 13 now.
Yeah, the defense is basically telling the offensive line, we're coming every time. It's up to you whether you block us or not. And right now, they're not doing a good job blocking them.
Third and 13 with the ball on the 32. Comets defense stepping up like they've done so many times before. Look at them dial in there. Number 3 in the hit as well as the run by number 25 on the run for the Titans. That was Jordan Reed with the run. And Byron Smith also with the takedown for the Comets defense. And here we go, a 4th and 13. Kevin, they're going to punt it, you think?
Yeah, they're lined up to punt. Them being this deep in their zone with only a minute left in the first quarter, they're going to go ahead and punt it.
Kim Winslow, the Comets defense, steps up again, 3 and out.
And how many times do we say that in a game?
Several times. several times. Number 3. Getting ready to play defense now from the QB spot.
Almost got
That's
picked
the
off.
second almost. If they keep coming like that, they're going to end up getting one for the end of the night.
Let it stop just around
They just got to
the
get
38.
the right angle as they come in.
Yeah.
Stops it around the 41-yard line as Ian Martin could not get back to it. And that will give the Comets ball back with 34.8 seconds. Here's a word from the Super Family Boosters of the Clayton Comets.
The Comet Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the following family super boosters for their support and generosity to Comets Athletics: the Evans family, the Gaskins family, the Ivy family, the Jones family, Kona Ice of Garner, the Moser family, the Nesselrode family, Prestige Pools of North Carolina, the Sharp family, and the Winslow family. If you would like to support Comets Athletics as a family super booster, please visit www.cometsathleticboosters.com. Thank you for being Comets All In, and go Comets!
Nadir Simmons with a run just a moment ago, 2 yards on the pickup from the 41 to the 43 now of the Comets. 2nd and 8 coming up with 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
See if they're going to get a playoff or they're just going to let it go.
Comets already scored a touchdown, and that was the QB of Hogan Yates with another QB sneak. Kind of like the way he got things kicked off last Friday night against Southeast Raleigh.
Whoa, good
right
play.
up the middle and caught. Number 4, Ian Martin, by double man coverage. It got around the 21 of Kevon Moore and Michael McDaniel and made it work.
Yeah, and Eli Lattimore was right there waiting on it. That was a good. We're talking about threading the needle. That was right in there.
Yes, it was.
I mean, that was close.
And in fact, I think the defender almost thought he was going to make that play on that ball.
Oh yeah, he was definitely mad at himself because he missed it.
He looked like he was running like he thought he had the ball in his hands.
Yeah, Eli
He got mad
Lattimore.
when he realized it wasn't there.
Yeah, Eli Lattimore, he thought he was going to the house with that one, but we'll take first down and go with that.
Absolutely.
1st and 10, ball on the 48-yard line. Back down to you, Kim.
I was going to say, Kevin, those are some of those passes that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You don't have to always go for the long ball. They can make up some ground just using some of those short passes.
I mean, you got to think, Coach Handy, he's coached this game for a long time. These offensive coordinators have coached this. These kids have watched, college, NFL games, European football, football when they had NFL Europe over there. They've watched enough.
Which, by the way, cranks up on Sunday.
That's right. And they've played plenty of Madden video games. And and it might sound crazy, but, the pass opens up the run.
Yep.
The short run opens up, the short pass. And then the RPO, that you bait them in, and then hit them.
That's right. And you throw those downfield passes, the safety's got to hold back.
Yeah,
opens up the middle of the field.
That's exactly right. With them for them short 5 or 7 yard slants.
And speaking of the field, they're going to flip-flop up now. 1st and 10, ball on the 48-yard line. Motion and movement by 14, Nehemiah Prince. And Yates up the middle to Nadir Simmons. Nadir Simmons, they read him. They got him. They're trying to bring him back. Hold on to that football, buddy. Nadir Simmons, he's got to do a little more better holding on to the breadbasket, as you always say, Kevin.
Yeah, you got to hold on to that ball right there, because there was 4 defenders that were trying to wrap him up, and they were all going for the football. And then again, like we've always talked about, run north and south, don't go east and west, because he tried to come back a little bit, and it almost cost him.
Certainly did, as now we prepare for a 2nd and 9, 1 yard gained. All that running and hustling and tussling by Nadir Simmons, and 1 yard out of the deal. 2nd and 9, ball on the 47. Close to midfield. Trying to get in Titans territory, the Comets with the rock. Yates right to again Simmons. Simmons broke up, tripped up on his feet, got back going again. Then he goes down at around the 48 on the Titans side of the field.
Did you see what happened right there? The turf monster jumped up and got him.
And did you see, as soon as he hit the ground, both hands to the helmet, he was so mad because he knew he had some open territory in front of him.
He had probably a good 10 yards before he would have got to another defender.
Said that turf monster got me, a turf monster got me.
They give sideline warning on Clayton. That's what it looked like the referee was calling.
It's like a sideline warning being called.
Wait for the clarification.
Understanding there is a sideline warning being given to the Comets bench, telling them to stay back.
Okay.
Back to you, Kim.
Yeah, Kim's got a better view than we do, but I'm looking right now, and I've been watching them the whole time, and they're in the blue, not even in the white. So
Well,
how is that?
And that's exactly what Coach Andy is saying right now. I mean, I'm standing right on the line of the white and the blue, and I'm looking straight down.
Yeah.
There's nobody been in the white.
No, and
Maybe a pinky toe.
well, unless one of the coaches that were right behind this line judge on this side said something.
No, I don't think it was anything saying, because they are clearly talking about, where that line is and where it's defined. So I don't think it was anything somebody said. I think they were talking about that they were encroaching into that white, but I certainly haven't seen it.
3rd and 6, ball on the 44-yard line, and the whistle will blow now for the Comets offense. They settle back in. Yates slaps, gets the ball, fakes to Nadir Simmons. It's open. Just have read it, threw it to number 17, Court Schmidlin. Court Schmidlin, intended receiver. And great coverage by number 3 and number 10 for the Titans of Wright and Johnson Jr.
I think he was looking to go to Mason Kikendall, because he had motioned around to the right and was trying to get over there in that flat, because who was the other receiver that was over there? You thought?
By the way, first, Mason Kirkendall. I thought it was Kukendall as well, but it's Mason Kirkendall.
Oh.
Kim, tell him I learned my lesson.
Hey, I'm still learning.
It's one of those names that's really hard. There is no R in there.
Yeah.
Where's the R? The punt by Rambo. There's an R in Rambo, and the ball will stop.
Bounce.
Nice bounce around the 15. Comes to a stop just around the 10. Yeah, around the 12 or 13-yard line, and the Titans will go back on the offense. Kim, your thoughts of everything so far? Clayton right now up by 7.
Comets in the lead. Titans coming out.
It has certainly been an active first quarter. We had 3 turnovers. I'm hoping that we're not going to see something like we did with the Fuquay-Varina game, where we had a total of 10 turnovers in that game. So we've got 3 in the first half. Comets took advantage of the interception from Mason Rambo. Got the ball in the 6-yard line, got it in the end zone, and it's nice to see Comets on the board first.
Oh, yeah, I mean, and unlike that Fuquay game, at least it's not raining, and it's not their first time now playing on this turf field. So it takes a little bit of getting used to. So I think these players have definitely adjusted well.
Here we go for the Titans.
Got him in the backfield.
Number 3 in the backfield.
Awesome.
James Johnson Jr.
Number 8,
Donovan Spellman was there.
14, Nehemiah Prince.
Yeah, and 45, Alejandro Rubio also around there. And Nehemiah Prince making his presence felt. We got a player down on the field for the Titans around the 40, to 39. He gets back up. That is number 5 up and on the ground, now back linked, hunched over, Zamir Winston. And he's now going to walk off with the help of the trainers.
And like Kim, like you were talking about before the game, it is still, it's almost the middle of October, but it's still very humid out there. And the way he's limping, it looks like he might have some cramping going on.
Yeah, there's definitely still some humidity out here. It's nice, though. There's a little bit of a breeze which is helping, and you can tell as nightfall, it is starting to get a little bit cooler, but earlier today, it still was very muggy.
Oh, yes. It definitely
was thick.
Yeah.
It'll be
It's good to see him get off the field on his own power on that, though.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Because it don't matter who you're playing or what other team you're rooting for or rooting against. You never want to see where these kids get hurt.
2nd and 14 with the ball on the 9-yard line. $10:05 remaining here in the first half of play, second quarter. On the ball, the Titans ready. Just at the 2-yard line is the quarterback of James Johnson Jr. Snap.
They're coming to get. They're getting ready
They're
to break
coming
the
after
house.
him, boy. I'm telling you, they're ready to go after him. Sides Cade Cyrus, the Virus, Donovan Spellman, Nehemiah Prince. Here comes the Comets dog pound coming after Johnson. The snap. They read it. They opened the door for him, and he came running around. It was a fake, and the quarterback keeper, he came on a blitz to the left, shooting through that sweep and got something there. Good run and a first down.
Yeah.
And most importantly, getting away from the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, there was 7 guys in the box for Clayton right there, but they ended up dropping like 3 in cover. Some of them brought 4, but it was like a middle blitz is basically what it was by the defensive lineman. And once he broke contain, there wasn't a whole lot they
Down to
they
you,
were gonna
Kim.
do.
No, I was just going to say the exact same thing, that once they come hard across that line, if you don't get him initially and you over pursue it, then he's going to be gone.
Up, up, up.
No, they're not
No
gonna do it.
flags yet.
Caught himself just in time.
Good job there, Cade Cyrus, the Virus. He was coming. Oh, he about deflected it, and he about made it where the guy did get it incomplete. Incomplete for number 5. Of number 5, Zamir Winston, and it was Cade Cyrus, the Virus, all up in his grill.
Yeah, and they had
Or
it
at least
covered.
the ball's grill, if you will.
Yeah, they had the DBs over here had it covered pretty well.
Second and 10, ball on the 25-yard line. It is still Comets 7-0. Homecoming 2021 at Nixon Fowler Stadium. Johnson with a run. Cyrus is there. Bounced up. He jumped up to make a catch. It's incomplete. Attempt made for an effort by Zamir Winston, but they had coverage all over there as Cade Cyrus, the Virus, was ready to pile in, and so was number 15 of Jaquan McKee Brinkley. It is so good to see 15 back on the field.
Absolutely. This is the first time me seeing him in person, and he's playing remarkable.
He's a talent. Certainly is. 3rd and 10, by the way. Ball on the 25-yard line. It's been that way for the last 2 downs. Nada. Nothing. Yards gained. 9-12 remaining in the first half in the second quarter. Motion. Johnson. Clap. Gets the ball. He's going to be under pressure. Read him. Got him. 55. Got him down.
Good defense.
Number 55, Ty Streeter.
Number 55.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, 57, excuse me, for South Carolina tried to block him, and he used a swim move to the inside, and there wasn't no way
Can
he
you
was going to block
say,
him.
welcome to the Comets jungle?
That was a great defensive play.
What a drive there. And this is now going to be another loss of 8, a 4th and 18, ball on the 17. Yeah, they're going to punt it, click, click, boom, out of the end zone.
But I have a feeling them being
Back to the Comets.
back on him, with the punter being going to kick it from about the 4-yard line. It looks
They
like
coming
might be
after it,
getting
aren't
ready to
they?
bring the house.
They coming, Kim, they coming.
I think they are.
The
Look at
Comets
'em.
are growling. Here they come.
14.
Oh,
my God.
It.
Again, just missed it. Ooh.
And Ian Martin with a catch at midfield, and he got around the 40 and a big hit
Hold
at
it
the
in
out
with
of
his
bounds.
fingertips.
Number 2 and number 8 bringing him down.
I don't
big
know
time.
how we didn't get a
There's
hand
a
on that
penalty
ball.
right there.
Zay Spivey Vines and C.J. Brooks levels Ian Martin. Kevin, it might have been out of bounds on the Titans on the Titans sideline.
No, it's going to be on Byron Smith. It's going to be a personal foul because
wow.
I'm pretty sure the kicker's down there, and I'm pretty sure after
Roughing
the
the
play.
kicker?
No,
You
it
think so?
was not. It was after the kick.
Number 20's down, by the way,
Yeah,
the Titans player.
It was after the kick was gone. He was trying to block the punter, and they kind of got into it a little bit, so he's going to get it for personal foul right there.
Personal foul on the Comets.
Yeah, that was uncalled for.
Personal foul on the Comets is the call.
Yeah, that
And
was.
those are the kind of penalties that drive Coach Handy crazy.
Yeah, that I mean, the ball is 30 or 40 yards down the field. That is inexcusable, and he's a punter. I mean, just let him be. Let him go. I mean, really, honestly, they threw that flag after he was already out of bounds. So really, it was over. There was definitely no need to do that. That's just that's a bad choice by that one.
We got a player down. We'll take a timeout with them. Injury timeout on the field. Number 20 for the Titans, Drew Levy. Kicker, punter, freshman, 5'8" at 173 down. Trainers checking him out.
The Comet Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the following corporate and Super Comet boosters for their support and generosity to Comet's athletics: Generation Church, Horizon Family Medicine, Lee's Produce, the Noose Country Club, and TR Lee Oil and Gas. If your business would like to support Comet's athletics, please visit www.cometsAthleticBoosters.com. Thank you for being Comets All In, and go Comets!
You went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Player down on the field, and it is in number 20 for the Titans. And that is Drew Levy. And a big penalty called on the field. It's against the Comets.
You've got
Back to you,
trainers.
Kim.
I was going to say, you got trainers from both sides. Dr. Alioto is out there as well.
And Kim, can I add something to that? I don't mean to cut you off, but it seems like this year we've seen a lot of that, where both trainers on both sides of the ball, both different teams, they'll come out and they'll look at the aid of both players. I think that's admirable and respectful to do that.
Look, you want to use all the resources you got. You know, when you look at high school, we don't have the kind of resources that colleges do. So absolutely, it is all about player safety. Does not matter the color of jersey that they're wearing. I do want to give an injury update from the JV game last night. If you recall, on the kickoff, Cody Whitmer, it was a short kick. He caught it in the middle of the field. He immediately just went down to recover the ball.
That's right. Yep.
He took a shot to the side. We weren't sure if it was his hip or his ribs. He's out here tonight just on the sideline. He's actually kind of the ball boy. I had a chance to talk to him. He said he took a shot to his kidney. So he was a little bit sore, but he said he's feeling fine now.
Thank you for that update. They are still attending to the number 20 of Drew Levy on the field. As always, follow Clayton Comet Sports at Clayton_Comets, at Clayton Comets on Instagram, at CHS Comets on Instagram, Clayton High School on Facebook. And in addition to that, the Community Radio Network, proud to be the voice of the Comets. You can follow CRN Sports Network at CRN Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And there is now an applause here at Nixon Fowler Stadium as number 20 is back walking off the field under his own power of Drew Levy. And Drew Levy is able to walk with his helmet off to the sidelines with the trainers, even Dr. Alioto of the Comets medical staff. And number 20 will go and get checked out behind the bench.
Comets will have the ball.
It'll now be a 1st and 10 with the ball on the 35 because of that unsportsmanlike conduct move on the Comets. On the kickoff return, 1st and 10, but sent to the backfield. Joshua Anderson back. Josh Anderson had a wrist injury, if you remember, in the Garner Trojans loss of 21-20 2 weeks ago. And Kim, it's good to see Joshua Anderson back. And as I said, back down to the sideline to you. These are two different style quarterbacks. Yates compared to, of course, number 16 of our buddy Anderson.
Yeah, when you look at their stats, through the air, they're almost identical. Maybe a little bit on the interceptions, but where Joshua has a little bit of a difference is his ability to run and scramble with the ball.
Yeah, it looks
So
like he's
see,
going to lose about a yard right there.
it's good to see that he's back in. And we knew that he was probably going to see some time, not 100%. I think he was kind of in and out of practice this week, so it's good to see him out there tonight.
All right, well, that's good. Thank you very much there. So
7.5 minutes left before halftime.
About 7 minutes to go for halftime. So
7 minutes, and we'll turn it over to the PA voice of the Comets, Mr. Greg Parrish, as he will handle the festivities for the homecoming.
oh, good kick.
Oh, what a catch.
12.
Yeah, look at
Deion
that,
Harris.
number 12, Deion Harris. I thought for a second there, Kevin, it was for Ian Martin, but Deion Harris with a smile on his face and loving what just went down.
Yeah, if he'd have hit him in stride, and if he wouldn't have to double clutch that ball,
Do
he
you
probably
go
could
for
have
it
got
on a
first down.
4th and 2, Kevin? Do
No.
you punt?
Yeah, you go ahead and punt it here. That would be the smart option. Rambo's coming back there, and he's going to kick it to him. I mean, they've done a good job at kicking the ball and putting them deep in their territory. So the kicking game right now, like we were talking about the pregame show, you know.
Absolutely.
It's
No
a
reason
lot
to give
about-
them good field position, especially the way your defense has been playing.
And I mean, plus it helps the punt team, you know, get more practice and reps, and you know, because the defense is holding their own right now. So I mean, you know, this is okay in my opinion.
They certainly are.
There's another good kick.
Another good kick, and the ball
Oh, it
bounces
almost
well.
hit
Look at
12 in the
that.
back. Oh, that was close.
And now if the ball would have touched the 12,
It'd
it would
have
have
been a live
stopped. It would have been a live football.
That's right.
You're exactly right. And if that would have been a live football, here would have came the Comets pound after him.
It wouldn't have to, because there was like 6 of them over there already right there.
I was going to say they
That's
were ready
right.
for it. And,
Yes.
you know, it's so important for punt coverage teams to communicate with each other. And
Oh, yeah.
on that one, on the return team, I didn't hear anybody yelling. You know, typically you'll hear Peter, just to get away from the ball. He just kind of stopped.
Well,
had no idea where the ball was, and nobody was communicating. with him.
Yeah, it looked like one of the guys said something, because they kind of stopped and just held their hands up.
Right.
And I was like, because number 12, he was to Roderick Evans. It was probably about a half a yard from hitting him in the back and being a live football.
Here we go now. The Comets back on the defense again. 1st and 10 with a ball on the 22.
Got 5 wide receivers and no back.
A former Comets alumni with Marcus Coates in the press box. A throw.
Nope, incomplete.
And he goes down. It's incomplete. No good. Number 12 had it of Trondrick Evans, the wide receiver.
Number 8, Donovan Spellman.
And Donovan
provided
Spellman
pressure
bringing
for
him
the
down.
Yeah, they're showing an empty backfield right now, so they're opening up their playbook a little bit with 6:52 to go in the half, see if they can tie this up before halftime.
Can you say no mercy? Defense settles back in again with a 1st and 10 and the ball on the 22-yard line. 6:52, back down to Kim Winslow.
And I was going to say the Titans have a different quarterback in now. This is Julian Littleton. He's the one that can really sling it downfield.
Now, how is that not a penalty?
It was.
They're going to get it for a
There's a flag.
They're
at
going to
the
get it for a
15.
legal motion over there on the other side of the
And
field.
there's a
Number
flag
21.
at the 15. Flag on the 15-yard line.
That's going to be, I don't know what they call it, illegal shift, because he went number 21, run to the sideline out of bounds. Right before they snapped the ball, he stepped right back in bounds, and you cannot, once you leave the play a field like that, you cannot come back in before the play is done. Because I was actually watching him the whole time thinking he was going to go stand at the hash mark over there on this side of the white line to try to do like a trick play. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that. Like, and I don't know. I like Baker Mayfield, and he done it last year in the NFL game. Run over to the sideline.
Oh, yeah.
Stood right next to the coach, was standing right next to the sideline, but stayed in bounds. And 40 yards later, he's catching the ball down the field.
Read it. And just, again,
Titans looking to take it down to 15.
now going to be a 2nd and 15. This place is packed here at Nixon Fowler Stadium. About 6 minutes away, under 7 minutes away from the homecoming 2021 festivities. Here we go with a snap. South Garner Titans. He had the ball handoff and ran up the middle and just fell back on it.
Yeah, there was nothing doing that. They've done snipped out this middle running, so either they're going to have to start running that outside, or they're going to start having to pass the ball, because Clayton ain't having none of those inside trap runs.
You know, Kim, one thing that we heard in the coach's corner, and Kevin, you can throw this in here as well. Kim will be with you in a moment. With one of the things on the 3rd and 13, ball of the 19 for the Comets defense of the Titans offense was Coach Handy said he thought they were going to be the same type of package.
Nope.
Incomplete, no flags called.
No harm, and that's just like we were talking about the other week, Kim. Knock the ball down. Don't worry about trying to intercept it, because you'll end up getting better field position with the way they punt, or you might catch a block.
But Kim, to add on to that, the sweeps left and right. Coach Handy in the coach's corner said he thought that they would be like Southeast Raleigh, and they've been doing that exact same thing. And then a couple of comatose times throwing the ball through the air.
Yeah, they definitely, and again, we've talked about they have the ability to throw it downfield, but great position from the defensive back for the Comets, and he just went up. That was one of those 50-50 balls. And it just happened to be that, you know, and for the offense, what do you got to lose? If they intercept it, it's way downfield. If you complete it, obviously you've got it in great position.
That's right.
You might get a penalty.
Yeah, the way things are going right now, you never know. Oh, easy.
That makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand because you're not going to gain a whole lot.
I mean, if he had some blockers over there,
right?
Maybe,
But it was about
but there was 6 or 7 of them, right there, ready to down it as a punt.
It makes me nervous.
Yeah. I mean, but then again, these kids play Madden all the time, and they watch this stuff, and they're like, oh, man, I can do it on there. I can do it in the game.
And look, hey, one of these times he's going to bust one through, and we're going to love it.
That's exactly, we're going to be like, oh, man, we told him to stay away from him. And he's going to be like, well, that's why I didn't.
Well, they punted again.
It's like the ball on the 49-yard line. Clayton's got 3 receivers and 1 running back to this side, to the press box side.
We knew this was going to happen. 1st and 10, ball on the 49-yard line. 5:54 left to go in the first half. I will say this. Titans defense holding Comets to only 1 score. Open, Anderson.
Oh,
he's got to break. Simmons, he'll break away to the 50, to the 40, hold the ball to the 30. And he about lost the football. He holds on to it at the 30-yard line.
That was a nice run by Nadir Simmons.
19 yards up the field, Kim.
Absolutely. And you know, you talked about the Titans defense, you know, only giving up 1 score. The thing is that that defense was put in a tough position when Clayton gets the ball at the 6-yard line. That right. Defense was in a tough position to begin with. So they've done a good job holding the Comets.
Yeah, that was the first big play they've really let go of.
Here we go again with the first and 10, ball on the 31. He's going to throw it, and it is caught. Pass complete to number 7, Kyle Nesselrode. Tight end linebacker, sophomore. He goes out of bounds, move the chains. Just not a first down yet. Maybe a pickup of 7.
On the play, going to be 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6. Okay, I was about, okay, I was about to say 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6.
I was watching him the whole time, and it looked like he was looking at Court Schmidlin all the way down the field, and I'm glad he took the little easy dump off, because if he'd have threw it down there, it was either going to be incomplete, which would have been fine, or, you know, it could have been an interception in the end zone to give them the ball back. Just take what you can and move on to 2nd down.
Couldn't have said that any better. Here we go.
He's got another
nice
opening.
run to Nadir Simmons. Here he comes. Boy, he's running up and holding up number 10. They're grabbing onto him. Number 10 and 12 were there. Number 10 and 12 for the Titans, snatching up and grabbing on Javon Wright and Tondrick Evans. On number 32, Nadir Simmons, like he stole something, Kim.
Yeah, you know, we've had some, you know, unfortunate situations sometimes where we've gotten a good run and then we fumble the ball. On that one, Nadir, you could see as he ran to the outside and the defenders were coming in, he moved the ball to the outside arm. Still kept 2 hands on it, but he put it to the outside. That way, if it fumbles, it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what number he was trying to stiff arm, but he almost got him.
He did.
That's
a horse collar.
Flag.
Thanks, there you go. There's a flag. He said, where's the flags at, man?
Yeah.
Where's the flags
and 3 of them
at?
come
You
out.
got him. Ask you shall receive.
3
horse
flags.
collar
There's
tackle
no
on
question
Joshua
on that
Anderson.
one.
Yes, ma'am. Horse collar tackle on Joshua Anderson.
That's going to bring up a Comet first down.
That's an automatic first down.
Not necessarily automatic first down, but because of the yardage.
Yes,
they
it
will
was a
get the
10-yard
first down.
penalty, right? It's a 10
Should
yard.
be 15, I think.
15 yards.
Yeah, it's a
so it's on a
15-yard
3rd and 2. So yeah, you move it up there. It is an automatic first down because of the
yardage.
2 yards on the yardage. Yes.
Outside of the Titan 10-yard
And this is a good place to be with 5 minutes to go.
Kevin, they snatched him up, man. I mean, they grabbed him from behind on the horse collar tackle.
Well, he was like, I'd rather give up 15 than a touchdown, because if he would have got it, he probably would have scored.
5 minutes remaining.
Oh, nice move.
Nadir Simmons. Whoa, what a drop there. Nadir Simmons almost close to another horse collar tackle, but it's not. 13, Michael McDaniel, as well as James Johnson Jr., a part of that takedown. My goodness, Kim, James Johnson Jr. for the Titans. He's everywhere. Offense, defense, special teams, quarterback, free safety, wide receiver.
That's all.
Oh, and there's another
And
penalty.
there go flags.
34.
Flag the Titans.
Half the distance to the goal. Well, or will we get the full 5 yards? Where are we
Well,
at?
they're gonna
Being at
call
the
it.
10, he'll get it'll
Half
be
the distance, right?
It don't matter. It's still going to
Yeah,
be
it's
at
on the
5.
3-yard line.
It's going to the 3-yard line. So
Oh, I'll see. Okay.
a 2nd and 3, ball on the 3 now. 2nd and goal.
Distance to the goal, bringing up a 2nd down and 3.
2nd and goal, ball on the 3. 2nd and goal, ball on the 3-yard line.
Kim, you have a little bit better angle. Can we get a first down right there?
2nd down and 2 here for the Comets.
Oh, they're saying 2nd and 2, ball on the 2 now.
It looks like. I mean,
Looks
they
like
got
right about the,
half-yard line.
yeah,
Here we
about
go.
18-inch
he's gonna
line.
run with it.
Yeah, it don't
Anderson, he's there.
Oh, I don't know that he got in, but he may have got the first down.
Scored.
Yeah, that's what exactly what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
Anderson
he got the first down, though.
Yeah, he got the first down.
They,
Going to be first and goal.
yes.
I know you had a little bit
It
better
is a
angle in
first
there,
and
but with my
goal,
glasses
yes.
and this camera view we got up here,
Yep.
I thought it was going to be 2nd down.
So it was a
and
2nd and 2,
And he got
1
the first
yard
down.
to beat, and now it is a 1st and goal on the 1.
And now it's a
And here
touchdown.
comes Anderson. He's there. Touchdown. Commons. He literally started to just do the QB sneak over the center and put it in for 6. And both quarterbacks, Kevin, have scored. Yates and Anderson here in Clayton tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to stop that offensive line when you're a half a yard from the goal line. I mean, unless you have Ndonaka Suh down there on your defensive line, you're not going to stop nobody that close in high school football.
4 minutes remaining. 13-0. Cam, back down to you. What a drive. The ball is up by Everett Boyd and good.
Yes, the PAT was good. It was a little bit low, but it was good. And Comets go up 14-0. You know, Kevin, you talked about, being down there when you're on that 1 yard line. It's hard not to score. The one thing you worry about is just don't get a penalty. That is the most aggravating thing.
Yeah, dude, you
So,
get that close, it's easy enough to score. Don't shoot yourself in the foot and make it harder.
I think I saw last weekend, between high school, college, and NFL, I think I saw that happen probably 5 times last weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. You're exactly right. And again, it's finally, after a drive in the first quarter, with about 8 minutes through the second, 4 minutes exactly remaining in the first half of play, the Comets have scored again, and it's been both quarterbacks to do it. The Comets will now get ready to have Everett Boyd send that foot back to the Titans. And it's on to Corinth Holder next week. Pirates, Comets, should be a good one. We'll have it for you on the Community Radio Network as the ball goes through the air. What a kick, my goodness, and it is just outside the 10. He'll run with it. He ain't going nowhere. Boy, oh boy, rocking my baby. You ain't going nowhere on the treetop. And they brought him down, Kevin.
Yeah, and I mean, they've scored 2 touchdowns now, and after scoring that huge touchdown, this is the thing you got to watch out if you're the Comets. Don't have some little letdown or little slip about stay in your lanes when you're running down there. Make sure you get them and keep them deep in their end zone, because you don't want to have a little mental breakdown just being so excited from scoring a touchdown from before that you forget all you've learned. That's still a very important thing, and it looks like Coach Andy and the coaching staff has really instilled that in these boys where they are very focused for this game.
Yeah, they're back out there again. It's 3:55 remaining here. 1st and 10, ball on the 10. They're in motion. The run. Sweep to the right. Nope, he comes around. They got him and read him and brought him down. Number 25 on 25. Number 25, Jordan Reed, being brought down by number 25. 24, Zeke Hatcher. And, of course, Byron Smith was also there, number 3 for the Comets defense.
No gain on the play.
No gain. Back to the line of scrimmage, if you will. It'll be 2nd and 10, Stump.
Yep, it's got 1 wide receiver to the right, 1 running back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left.
Ready for the call.
They haven't used any timeouts, I don't think, and they've still got 3 minutes.
I was wondering if he was getting ready. I was getting ready to see if he was going to call for one. He's got trips now, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 man behind. Throw made, and it is, I believe, caught. It is complete. Catch made by number 5 of Zamir Winston. We're at the top of the hour. We'll pause for 10 seconds of network identification on CRN, the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to the games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
2:45 remaining in the first half of play in the second quarter. Wesley Outland, Kevin Stump, Kim Winslow on the sideline. Throw, homecoming 2021. It is up and it is caught. And it's incomplete and flags fly. Maybe DPI call.
This shouldn't be because
Tondrick Evans, the intended receiver.
It looked like it might have been offensive pass interference because he grabbed a Clayton defender and tried to pull him out of the way to get back to the ball. So
we'll find out.
Oh, no, they called it on.
It's on Clayton. It's Clayton.
No, the only thing, obviously I was clear down at the other end of the field, but it looked like maybe if John had turned around to look at the ball, maybe it could have gotten caught the other way.
But what I don't understand is the receiver was 3 yards. It's literally right there where you're standing is where I was looking at when the play happened. And when he threw that ball, the offensive player was 3 yards further than the ball was going to be. So it looked like he pulled the defender to try to come back.
Kim's trying to make sure that she don't get tackled again. The stampede of the Comets, high pitch, and throw to Johnson. Johnson got it back. They read him and brought him down. Number 55. Boy, Ty Streeter read him and brought him down. Ty Streeter, good job on 2:22 remaining in the first half of play. And a 2nd and 17, loss of 7 there now. This ball will go to the 40-yard line, Kevin.
Defense is standing tall right here with 2 minutes. They could be a little bit lackadaisical and stuff like that, but they are bringing it right now. The intensity is high right here for halftime.
Ready to go now with 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Homecoming 2021. This game going by pretty quickly, an hour of play in 2 24-minute quarters and a half of football. Homecoming festivities coming up next. The voice PA of the Comets, Greg Parrish on the call. The pitch to the right with a sweep.
Good defense.
Nice run there, 25 of Reed. Comets defense was there by Cade Cyrus, the virus, Byron Smith, and number 23 also of A.J. Foster.
I didn't realize we were at Florida State. Man's over here playing the war chant.
Oh, I know Bruce Barrett would love that. Didn't Florida State win the other week ago? I think Bruce was happy about that. They finally got a win.
And they're definitely not going to win tomorrow.
I feel bad for our colleague Blake. His Seattle Seahawks lost last night to the LA Rams. Here we go. Look at him, got him. Wow.
Incomplete.
Number 8, Donovan Spellman brought down the QB to Johnson. It's all fair. It's all fair. And number 15 dropping in there, shooting him and bringing him down. Nowhere to go for number 5 of Zamir Winston, the wide receiver defensive back junior. And it is 4th down and 15. Ball on the 43, and also Kevin Stump. Under a minute remaining in the first half of play.
There is only 1 minute remaining, but Clayton gets the ball back to start the second half, correct?
Number 4.
Clayton does get the ball back to start the third quarter. You're exactly right. They won the toss. They deferred to the second half.
Well, there's 1 minute to play. Depending on how much field position, Coach Handy's going to have 3 timeouts to work with. So pedal to the metal. It's homecoming. Let's go.
It is homecoming. Here we go with the snap, ball, kick, punt through the air. Ian Martin don't even get to it. The ball will take a bounce and a bobble and a weeble and a jiggle and a giggle at around the 5 or 4 yard line. Boy, oh boy. 1st and 10 on the 4 yard line to the 5 yard line. And Kim, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that took a big bounce for the Titans. You mentioned we've got 3 timeouts. This might be one of those situations where you just manage the clock and get into halftime. You don't want to do anything too fancy down here. No turnovers down here.
All right, yes, thank you very much, Kim. And Kevin, you were going to add something to that.
Oh, yeah, being down here with, like Kim said, just time managed right here. Hold on to the football. If we'd have had the...
Here comes the sweep and a run by Anderson.
That's going to be a first down.
Keeper and still knocking down players. He about knocked down every boy. He did knock every boy down on the Titans sideline. Anderson was like a choo-choo train, excuse me, coming through. And a big run there. And Kevin, even though it looked like he was going east to west, he went kind of, you know,
it was going northeast.
And I was going to say that. He went northeast and got the first down and more. Ball up the field from 12 yards gain to the 1st and 10 on the 17.
There's a hole right there.
Number 21.
That's another 12-yard run, and didn't burn but 7 seconds off the clock. Still got 3 timeouts.
Stoppage of play. Down to you, Kim.
I tell you what, when Antonio Cinco, as soon as he got that ball, he was like a rocket ship.
Yeah.
He had so much speed coming out of there, and then hit a brick wall in that defender.
Yeah.
Antonio Cinco with the run, 33 seconds left to go in the first half. 1st and 10, ball on the 30.
Clayton's going to use nope.
And there is a timeout called by Clayton, I believe. Timeout by the Comets. We'll take one with them real quickly here at Nixon Fowler Stadium.
Sportsmanship, it means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team.
Being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom.
Dad, son.
Daughter. Coach.
Are we in this together?
Sportsmanship. Together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
After the timeout, here come the Comets offense back on the field.
Yeah, at the conclusion of that last play, the Comets sideline was asking whether Antonio Cinco went out of bounds on that play, which would have stopped the clock. Antonio Cinco was adamant that he had gone out of bounds, but Comets went ahead and took the timeout anyway.
There you go. Under 30 seconds remaining, 1st and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line. Cinco with another run up the field. Maybe a pickup of about 4 or 5. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Yeah, it looks like Clayton's going to be satisfied going
Final
into half
12 seconds. Hey, it was 14-6 at South Garner last night of the JV game. It's 14-0. Yes, Kevin, they play soccer here at Nixon Fowler Stadium as well. I can say Neil because that means 0 in football. And it is 14-0 at the half here at Nixon Fowler Stadium. As soon as the Comets exit off the field, we will turn things over now to the PA voice of the Clayton Comets and a good friend, also the coach of softball, Mr. Greg Parrish, for the festivities of the 2021 Homecoming King and Queen ceremony.
Welcome, everyone, to Clayton High School's Homecoming 2021. Homecoming 2021 has been a fantastic week filled with many activities to show our Comet pride. This year's theme was Comets Back in the Groove. Students have participated in Spirit Week by dressing up and showing their Comet pride. Monday was Pajama Day. Tuesday was Mathletes versus Athletes. Western Wednesday was a hit. And Throwback Thursday had us dressing up from our favorite decade. And Friday was Color Wars. And everyone wore that Comet blue, black, and white as we got back in the groove at the pep rally. We paraded through the streets of downtown Clayton Tuesday to show off our Comet pride, highlighting our band, clubs, athletics, and each class's floats and court representatives, and the juniors won the float competition with their float Panic at the Clayhisco. The week was capped off with our pep rally Friday, where the students had the opportunity to celebrate all the accomplishments of a great fall season, and where Mason Bland was crowned Homecoming Prince and Chad Whitaker was crowned our 2021 Homecoming King. We would now like to present your Clayton High School 2021 Homecoming Court. Providing the CHS JROTC Honor Guard are Natalie Jones-Wood, David Trotter, Corey Moon, Miles Smith, Justin Parnell, James Kohut, Ashley Galicia, and Mia Benjamin. Representing our freshman class are Dior Penn. Dior is the 14-year-old daughter of Muhammad Modu Penn and Maria Tavares, and is escorted tonight by her father, Muhammadu Penn. Dior enjoys acting and has received awards for acting and enjoys being on a volleyball team. She is involved in the CHS service organization and club, The Bridge, and outside of CHS, she volunteers with several churches and children's groups. Claire Braxton Hill. Claire is the 15-year-old daughter of Melissa and Channing Hill and is escorted tonight by her father, Channing Hill. Here at CHS, she is a part of the varsity cheerleading squad, as well as the Interact Club and First Priority Club. Outside of CHS, she enjoys spending time with family and friends. Representing the sophomore class, Sarah Casatelli. Sarah is the 15-year-old daughter of Tanya and Kevin Casatelli and is escorted tonight by her father, Kevin Casatelli. She is on the Clayton High School girls golf team and participates with the Interact Club and First Priority Club. Outside of school, she enjoys hanging out with friends and family in her free time. Callie Renee Coates. Callie is the 16-year-old daughter of Michael and Terry Coates and is escorted by her father, Michael Coates. She loves the beach and being with her friends. Spencer Kate Duty. Spencer is the 16-year-old daughter of Chris and Kate Duty and is escorted tonight by her father. Here at CHS, Spencer is the sophomore class president and is a member of the Interact Club and First Priority. Outside of CHS, she dances at Expressions of Worship Dance Studios and attends youth group at Home Memorial United Methodist Church. Peyton Elizabeth Lee. Peyton is the 15-year-old daughter of Lisa and Richard Lee and is escorted tonight by her father, Richard Lee. Here at CHS, Peyton is a member of the volleyball team, the sophomore class secretary, and Interact and DECA clubs. Outside of CHS, she plays club volleyball with the Joco Volleyball Club and is a member of the youth group at Horn Memorial United Methodist Church. Now representing the junior class, Ella Callahan. Ella is the 16-year-old daughter of John and Patty Callahan and is escorted tonight by her father, John. Here at CHS, she is a member of the varsity volleyball team and participates with the International Club and Interact Club. Outside of CHS, she plans travel volleyball, works at Lee's Produce, and enjoys hanging out with friends and traveling. Angel Rain Davis. Angel is the 16-year-old daughter of Brandy Davis and is escorted tonight by her brother, Xavion Wodu. Here at CHS, she wrestles and placed fourth in the State Girl Wrestling Championship last year and is in the rugby club. She enjoys Spirit Week and Powder Puff and has played and traveled on the USA South Rugby team for the past 2 years. In addition, she works at Three Olives and helps out at home. Madison Grace Lee. Madison is the 17-year-old daughter of Hillary Lee and Chad Lee and is escorted tonight by her grandfather, Charles Fred Lee. Here at CHS, she is in student government and is on the yearbook staff, photographing common activities. She enjoys volunteering for nonprofits in downtown Clayton and family-oriented activities in her free time. Eva Marie Long. Eva is the 16-year-old daughter of Luke and Heather Long and is escorted tonight by her father, Luke. Eva is the junior class treasurer, a DECA officer, and has competed in many state competitions placing often, is a first priority leader, and is a part of the Clayton women's soccer team. Outside of CHS, she works at Juice Vibes and is involved with her church, Hope Church. Peyton Joan Sharp is the 17-year-old daughter of Scooter and Patty Sharp and is escorted by her father, Scooter. Peyton plays varsity basketball, volleyball, and runs track and field here at CHS. She is also an active member in the HOSA Club, Key Club, and with CHS Ambassadors. Outside of school, she plays for JoCo Volleyball, is a girls basketball and softball coach with the Greater Cleveland Athletic Association. She also actively participates in summer camps for middle school athletes to help them gain knowledge and achieve their potential. Krista Isabella Vera. Krista is the 16-year-old daughter of Cesar and Yvette Vera and is escorted tonight by her father, Cesar. Here at CHS, Krista participates in DECA, CPAC, and Young Democrats. She will be performing in the fall play Rumors and is a member of the Lady Comets tennis team. Outside of CHS, she takes singing, modeling, and acting lessons. Now representing our senior class, Lila Aldridge. Lila is the 17-year-old daughter of Ed Aldridge and Darla Aldridge and is escorted tonight by her father, Ed. At Clayton High School, she participates in many activities such as FFA, Skills USA, Comet Ambassadors, and Firefighter, and EMT certification classes. Outside of Clayton High, she competes in club rugby with the Clayton youth team and trains at her favorite local CrossFit box in my free time. Currently, she is in the process of joining a local fire department as a junior to gain knowledge and experience in the field. In her youth group, the Rock Student Ministries, she is on the Youth Leadership Council team. Lila hopes to attend the University of North Carolina at Charlotte next year. Alexandra Bailey. Alice is the 17-year-old daughter of Rhonda and Butch Bailey and is escorted tonight by her father, Butch. Alice is a 4-year varsity cheer team member, 4-year varsity gymnastics team member, and plays on the varsity golf team. She is also a National Honor Society member, HOSA member, an officer for the Comet Ambassadors, and serves as a senior class secretary. Outside of school, she attends Generation Church and volunteers for Garner Pop Warner Cheer. Luciana Cradle. Lucy is the 17-year-old daughter of Karen Cradle and Ted Cradle and is escorted tonight by her father, Ted. Here at CHS, Lucy is a 3-year varsity member of the golf team, a 4-year varsity gymnast, and a 4-year varsity cheerleader, helping her team to win the conference championship 2 times. In addition, she is a 3-year member of HOSA and the National Honor Society. Outside of CHS, she volunteers as an assistant coach for Garner Pop Warner Cheer. Ty Marie Curry is the 17-year-old daughter of Jennifer and Timothy Curry. Ty is escorted tonight by her father, Tim. Here at CHS, she is a 4-year varsity wrestler, and she started the female rugby team at Clayton. Outside of school, she plays on the USA South Panthers elite team and will be committing to play rugby in college soon at the D1 level. Ty says she wants to be homecoming queen because Clayton made her the person she is today, and it's her home. She is so thankful for the opportunity Clayton gave her freshman year, and she doesn't know where she would be if she wasn't a Comet. Sydney Bennett Jones. Sydney is the 17-year-old daughter of Dr. Bennett Jones and Jennifer Jones and is escorted tonight by her father, Dr. Bennett Jones. Here at CHS, she is the student body president of Comet Ambassadors, a member of the Performing Arts Club CPAC, and will be performing in the fall play Rumors. She is also in First Priority and on the yearbook staff and the varsity tennis team. Outside of school, she runs a photography business, is a member of Clayton Youth Council Executive Board, and enjoys volunteering at local community events. Sydney is Park Scholarship nominee and hopes to attend NC State in the fall. Ella Ryan Marie Miller. Ella Ryan is the 17-year-old daughter of Jackie Miller and Rick Miller and is escorted tonight by her father, Rick Miller. Here at CHS, she is first-year member of the CHS Varsity Cheer Squad and a 3-year member of the CHS Women's Golf Team. She is also a 3-year DECA Club member and the CHS Student Body Treasurer. Outside of school, she works at the Noose Country Club and enjoys hanging out with family and friends. She hopes to attend UNCW, and she says she would like to be homecoming queen to follow in her 2 older sisters' footsteps. Joanna Mora. Joanna is the 17-year-old daughter of Angelique and Noel Mora and is escorted tonight by her father, Noel Mora. Here at CHS, she is a member of the Clayton High Track and Field Team and TA with Mr. Troy Lee. Outside of school, Joanna enjoys playing rugby and training in CrossFit. Joanna hopes to attend Appalachian State University in the fall. Alexis Perry. Alexis is the 17-year-old daughter of Jonathan and Veronica Perry and is escorted tonight by her father, Jonathan. Here at CHS, she has competed with the women's varsity tennis team, been a member of the Performing Arts Club CPAC, and has done many theater competitions. In addition, she sings in the school course. Outside of school, Alexis enjoys competitive clogging and competes in tennis as well. In the fall, Alexis hopes to attend High Point University, and she wants to be homecoming queen because she loves Clayton High School and wants to be able to represent her school. The 2021 homecoming Little Prince and Princess presenting our crowns and flowers tonight are Emma Mott and Harrison Guest. Harrison David Guest is the 4.5-year-old son of Derek and Alyssa Guest and attends kindergarten at Life Spring Academy. Harrison loves all things dinosaurs, construction vehicles, and sports. He plays soccer for the YMCA for the Bulldogs and also loves playing with his friends and taking care of his little sister Brooks. Emma Grace Mott is the 3-year-old daughter of Kimberly and Joseph Mott. Emma loves to dance, do gymnastics, play soccer, and dress up like a princess. Olivia Nairn was last year's homecoming queen, and we welcome her back to help crown the 2021 Princess and Queen. We would now like to present the 2021 Homecoming Princess, Ella Ryan Miller. And now, your 2021 Homecoming Queen, Alexis Perry. Congratulations to both these young ladies and all the members of the 2021 Homecoming Court. Thank you for supporting Clayton High School and your comments.
So that was, again, Greg Parrish. Awesome job. A lot of talking, a lot of jawing. Handling the duties for the homecoming ceremony for Princess and Queen of 2021. Well done, sir. Quick break. Kevin Stump, Kim Winslow, and myself will assess the second half. Get you ready for the third quarter. Recap the first. It's 14-0. It's Homecoming 2021 on the Community Radio Network and live as well. Thank you for tuning in. And for those also that are checking out the recording soon on CHS TV at Clayton High School on YouTube. Back with more from Nixon Fowler Stadium in a moment.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
The Comet Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the following family super boosters for their support and generosity to Comet's athletics. The Evans family, the Gaskins family, the Ivy family, the Jones family, Kona Ice of Garner, the Moser family, the Nesselrode family, Prestige Pools of North Carolina, the Sharp family, and the Winslow family. If you would like to support Comet's athletics as a family super booster, please visit www.cometsathleticboosters.com. Thank you for being Comets All In, and go Comets! The Comet Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the following corporate and Super Comet boosters for their support and generosity to Comet's athletics: Generation Church, Horizon Family Medicine, Lee's Produce, the Noose Country Club, and TR Lee Oil and Gas. If your business would like to support Comet's athletics, please visit www.cometsathleticboosters.com. Thank you for being Comets All In, and go Comets!
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
Ugh, what are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
What are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. It's been a long time since we've had an adventure in the forest.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
You're right. I should get out.
Yeah, the forest is not that far away.
Hey, Mom!
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.
Well, we're back here at Nixon Fowler Stadium. Homecoming 2021 continues. Awesome festivities for the king, or the Princess and the Queen announced. Alexis Perry, congratulations to her. I'm with Mark Coates as we got about 3 minutes until the start of the second half. He's been the scoreboard man as he always does. Normally he works with me on the color analyst positions as a former player on the away games. Mark, what's your take of what we've seen tonight? Right now, Comets up 14-0 as we get ready to start the third quarter, sir.
Well, it's been a good game so far. Comet defense has been able to hold the South Garner Titans scoreless here in the first 2 quarters. South Garner's quarterback and receivers timing has been off. Quarterback leads the conference, receivers lead the conference. So Clayton has done a good job of holding them in check right now.
Definitely doing
a balanced attack on the Clayton side has given them a lead at halftime, 14-0. They won the toss at halftime. They're going to come out and get the ball to start the third quarter here in just a few minutes.
Very good job. Still some things on the penalty side that we're still seeing, but definitely not as bad as we've seen in the last couple of weeks for sure.
That's right. Nothing that's hurt us. Nothing has hurt us. One roughing call, or I call it a roughing call. It was a hit on a punt, but that's okay. Young man was okay. So we'll take our poison on that and move on.
Kevin, your thoughts of the first half of play as we get ready for the third quarter here in about 3 minutes.
Clayton needs to just keep doing the way they've been doing. You know, like we've always been talking about. You know, especially with the run-pass option. Run, throw a short pass, maybe do a swing pass, run it again, and it opens up a little bit of stuff downfield if that's what they want to take. Or try to go downfield, maybe burn them a couple times, and then it opens back up to running the game, because you got to, your run pass option, you got to make sure you keep all aspects of the defense honest, because if you just keep running, then your DBs will start coming up, and then they'll get burnt. So.
Well, what I'd love to see, Kevin, is love to see them take advantage of a couple of little crossing routes.
Yes.
Their linebackers are crowding the box. They're trying to get to us, trying to put pressure, leaving the middle of the field open. I think that's something hopefully the coaches took a look at halftime, and hopefully they'll take advantage of here.
And by the way, we are now officially live on the Clayton High School TV YouTube channel. Finally got some things tweaked and worked out. Missed the first half. It's 14-0. 1 minute till the start of the third quarter here at Nixon Fowler Stadium. And Kim Winslow, your thoughts of the first half?
Well, I think you all pretty much said it. Obviously, on offense, we got one score on a very short drive, starting at the 6-yard line. Then had a nice sustained drive with a little bit of mix of pass and run, and got some. We were aided a little bit by some penalties. But then what can you say about the defense? We talked about it in the JV game last night, that the defensive line and linebackers, they were just in that backfield constantly last night. We were wondering what in the world Coach Walker and Coach Johns fed them before the game. Whatever it was, I think he fed it to the varsity guys tonight.
Well, thank you very much.
Our pregame meals when I used to play was always spaghetti and dirt cake, so I don't know.
Mine was Wendy's in the afternoon because they didn't feed us.
Well, I used to do that when I was on the JV team. I think I was the only freshman in my grade that was driving, so I used to, all the boys hop in the back of my truck and we'd run over to McDonald's to get something to eat.
Well, thank you very much, Mark Coates. Always great getting his insights and thoughts. I'd grab Blake Robertson if I could, but he officially retired last night for the season. You'll hear him again in basketball.
I don't know. He might get us in trouble the way things are going tonight. Talking about the zebras.
He always talks about the zebras. What are you talking about? that is an always night given. Now, I said I let Blake talk, but he already said last night he was retiring for the year. He's getting ready for the wild, wonderful Disney World. Oh, my goodness. Getting ready. Greg Parrish, you having a good time? He had a great job. Great job there with the homecoming king and queen celebration. And we're getting ready now to go with the start of the third quarter. My. What a great job. Clayton is up 14-0. Let's see what happens, shall we? The Comets, remember, they won the toss.
You can see the coach on the sideline already telling the kids to get back.
To the second half, and they kicked the ball. Start the game. 2 scores in the first half. South Garner, no scores. As we're ready to start the third quarter, Kevin Stump, Wesley Outland here with you. Kim Winslow on the sideline. In addition to that, we also have, you heard some context from Mark Coates. Christian Diggers on the camera. Christian Diggs, awesome job, man. And we are ready to go here for the start of the third quarter. Ball goes through the air. Here we go for the start with a flag on the field as well. There's a flag on the field as well.
Oh, nice stiff arm.
What a pitch with a stiff arm.
Oh, they're going to get it for hands to the face.
Alejandro Rubio with a stiff arm. I saw the flag fly in the pile quickly.
Yeah, they threw that first flag, and then they threw a second flag when he stiff-armed him. So I don't know if they're going to, yep, Rubio, it looks like they're going to get him with a hands to the face or something.
Kim, what did you see?
See the one in the middle of the field. I definitely saw Rubio put his hands up in the helmet of the defender there. But it looks like they called block in the back. That was the first flag thrown.
Block in the back. There we go. So a block in the back called. Ready to go now with a 1st and 10 with the ball on the 40.
Your Comets are going to take over the third quarter first.
We'll start this over again.
on their own.
So really, technically, if you really look at it, they didn't lose but like 10 yards on those penalties because he went out about on the 40 and now he's on the 39.
That's right.
I mean, the 31. So really didn't hurt him that bad, but it's not the way to start a half.
Ready for the second half. 1st and 10, ball on the 31. 6 seconds taken off the clock. Referee finally calls for the play. The clock to go down. And not yet. Wow, he's kind of stalling them here. There we go. Motion. Everett Boyd movement right up the middle. And that's, of course, our buddy there is Anderson back after a wrist injury in the Garner game a couple of weeks ago. Maybe a loss of 1 or 2 when it was number 21, Antonio Cinco, up the middle.
Yeah, and that was a good tackle by Nick Walker for South Garner. They just filled that hole. They kept their gaps, and there wasn't nowhere for them to go. Three wide receivers and 1 running back. Now they're motioning out to the left, so they're going to have 3 on one side to the wide side of the field.
All right, so it's 14-0 right now.
Short side. Oh, hold the ball.
Cinco, yes, and 22 was there for the Titans defense. Number 22, Eli Lattimore, and Trondrick Evans, a couple of sophomore and senior there. This will bring up now a 3rd and 4. 36 ball. Or the ball is on the 36-yard line.
Yeah, it definitely looks like South Garner has definitely made some adjustments at halftime, knowing where they were probably looking at some film and trying to scout out and see what they were going to do.
Exactly right.
He's got a man. Oh, too high.
Incomplete pass on the play. Going to bring up 4th down. Pass.
4th down, yeah. Cam, down to you. They're going to quickly do a 3 and out, it looks like.
Yeah, not the start the comments we're looking to start off the first half. It looks like we're going to punt. Hopefully we can get another one of those Mason Rambo bombs up there and see if we can pin them deep.
Trying to get it started here for sure. Definitely. Thank you, Kim.
Nice snap, good kick.
What a punt.
Driving back down to about the 20. He fell. He muffed
it up, and he got back on it. Yes, he certainly did. Comets were there, though. Mason Rambo, Alejandro Rubio. Apologies, Alejandro Rubio was there along with number 3 of Byron Smith. And number 14 will get a credit. Nehemiah Prince was also in coverage.
Yeah, that was great defense.
And that could have been bad for South Garner.
Oh, it definitely could have been because, when, like we said, that turf bounces a whole lot different than grass. And, once he missed it and it started rolling, you really don't know where it's going to go. So he lucked out and got back on top of it, but Clayton was right there in case he didn't.
The 2021 homecoming game. And you want to win homecoming. Back down to you, Kim.
I was going to say, just like we said before, this is right where this defense likes to be.
Oh, yes. And he ain't got no, unless they're going to make a quick pass, he don't have no defense back there in the backfield with him.
Pass completed.
Looks like he might have gained about a yard, Kim.
2 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
A 2nd and 8 now is what they're going to call here.
Yeah.
That's an awfully short 2 yards.
Yeah,
yes.
It was.
I'm about to say the same thing. Yes, ma'am.
And if he'd have waited about another second, Spellman was getting ready to have him in the
Yes, he
backfield.
was.
He was all up in his face.
He took a shot.
But luckily, he took a legal shot and didn't do nothing crazy.
That's right.
And that's what, he's an App State commit. That's what they look for. They look for composure in these kids, too. That's going to be a false start on offense.
Another flag thrown down.
So another flag thrown on the field here.
It's like Elijah Marshall, junior offensive lineman. It's a big boy, though. He's 6'2", 282, Kim.
14.
These boys just keep getting bigger and bigger. I don't remember them being this big when I was in high school.
Oh, when we were, I think like they were getting smaller and smaller.
And we just gave them.
Oh, we just gave them
5 yards right
oh
back.
my goodness, gave them 5 yards right back. Kim, you're exactly right. As there's a penalty.
And after I had just talked about the composure of Spellman, and then he just offsides.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just not say that no more.
Yeah, it's true. Offsides on the defense, and they give the Titans the ball back again. So it'll now be a 2nd and 9. Ball will now go to the 18-yard line. 14 to nil. 9:33 homecoming game. South Garner and Clayton. CRN Sports for the radio coverage. Clayton High School YouTube TV for the live feed. Kevin Stump, Wesley Outland, the voice of the Comets, joined down on the sidelines, always with Kim Winslow. Analysis also added in by Mark Coates. And right now, 9-12 ticks in the third.
Third down and about 7 to go for the Titans.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be 3rd and 7, about 9 minutes to go.
Yes, sir.
They got pressure again, but he's going deep. Oh, Adar got him, intercepted.
Look at that interception by John Emerson.
Again.
Emerson
No, he's going for the house this time, though.
To the 10. He trips up on his own and falls down. Fell down. If he wouldn't have tripped on his feet, Kevin, I think that would have been 6.
Yeah.
I don't know. He still had a little bit of a crowd of people right in front of him.
He certainly did.
Yeah.
For a minute there, the seas was parting, and then they were closing in, if you will.
Yeah, he made sure that he was going to try to go toward the house for that one, though.
And look at him with the Comets dog chain, Kim.
One of the things before the game starts, one of the drills that they run is that turnover drill.
Yep.
And that you could tell they have practiced that. They ran that perfectly. As soon as John caught it, everybody switched gears, became blockers.
And it seems like him, every interception, whoever makes the interception, they get the dog chain.
Oh, yeah, they got their turnover chain over there. But you know, that looks very similar to the play where John Emerson got the interception in the first half. He just sat back, looked like he was playing center field back there, just waiting for that ball to come to him.
Yeah, because they had him 3-on-1, so 2 of them was looking at the ball and the other one was guarding the defender, and it was thrown short.
So here we go.
It was timeout by.
There's a timeout on the field. Yeah, timeout. They'll call for a timeout on the field. And we have an injury also.
Oh, there he is. Okay, I see him way over there.
We have a player down.
Yeah, I can't see him.
It was an injury timeout there for the Titans.
I thought the referee called.
Okay.
I thought
I thought there was a timeout. I didn't see an injury.
There was. It was a referee called a timeout.
Well, here we go. Now 1st and 10. Ball on the 13. It is Comets ball. What a drive. John Emerson. What a run.
And looking from here on the other side of the field, looks like that kid looks like he's going to have some cramping going on. They're trying to get him stretched back out, so it looks like he's going to be okay.
Ready to bring his flock back to the promised land, if you will.
Yep, let's see what they're going to do.
Here we go. There goes a nice drive. It's it's Campbell. Darian Campbell, the wide receiver, defensive back. He started to sweep left to the left hash mark. Maybe a pickup of, well, he lost 2 yards. I was going to say maybe a pickup of 1, but he lost it.
And guess who it was again? Michael McDaniel, 13 for the
Number
defense.
13's
he
been talented,
everywhere.
Man. Yes, sir, he has.
He has been flying around the field. Well, you got to think, too. I mean, he's 6'1", 160 senior, you know. He's wanting to try to win games, too. He's doing all he can to help them out.
You're exactly right. Ball up through the middle. Look at him run. It's a fake. He throws it up inside of the end zone. And picked off by number 12. That's Tondrick Evans. He's going to come out. He's going to have Ian Martin pushed him out of bounds.
Looks like about 32.
Interception first time tonight by the South Garner Titans in the end zone. And it all started, Kim, when Joshua Anderson began to make a little slip, rattle, and roll when he was down at around the 16-yard line.
Yeah, he looked like he was scrambling, trying to figure out if he was going to run for it or throw it. At first, when he threw it, I thought maybe he was just going to throw it out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
But it fell short and right. You know, again, that defender was playing center field. But he was right there waiting for it.
And I guarantee you the coaches will talk to him when he comes on the sideline. Certainly will. He rolled around to the right and threw across his body all the way back. That's a no-no.
Look, as
exactly
Blake Robertson says, about the only one that can do that is Patrick Mahomes.
Here comes the Titans up the field. And they are still down by 2 scores. A nice run there. Number 25 with the run. That was Jordan Reed up the middle. The running back for the Titans. It was Alejandro Rubio, the linebacker junior. Number 45 for the Comets. By the way, the Comets are the homecoming squad. They're the colors of the white jersey pants. You're watching on CHS TV live from Nixon Fowler Stadium. They have the C on the side of their helmets in white. Blue jerseys with white numbers in silver as well, with Clayton adorned on the front. The throw. And there's a pass made by the Titans. It's good. Called by number 5 of Zamir Winston. South Garner Titans on the away squad. They're wearing also white jersey pants, white jerseys with numbers that are hard to tell. Thank goodness we're doing TV with Christian Diggs on an awesome video lens, because if not, we'd be lost without binoculars. Silver numbers with purple trim, silver helmets. Motion. boy, number 6 was ready to jump, but Mason Bland, as he was announced the 2021 Homecoming Prince this morning at the pep rally you heard on the Community Radio Network, and we got a timeout by the Titans.
Yeah, the coach didn't like what he liked. He
didn't like what he liked?
Well, he didn't like what he saw, because the defense they looked like they were getting ready to come. And
he said he didn't like what he liked.
Yeah, he didn't like what he liked.
There we go. A 3rd and 4 coming up here. Ball on the 35-yard line. 6:46 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Clayton looking to now move to a 500 season if they pull it off there, Kevin. 4 and 4 on the year. And then, of course, as well, be 3 and 1 in conference play.
Yeah, they'll definitely need that going forward. So, and it's a great way to get back to 500, especially at homecoming. Because, I mean, you know, Clayton loves football, and they have shown it tonight. I mean, I know that they come to the games, but, I mean, homecoming is always special. I mean, you can just look around the horseshoe up there by the scoreboard, and, you know, they're putting on a show for these fans, and the fans are reciprocating back to them with the cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm understanding that is beginning to sprinkle here at Nixon Fowler Stadium. Remember that this is a turf field. They will play in weather conditions unless it is lightning. If there's lightning within a 7-mile radius by the National Weather Service, they have to do a 30-minute hold. Catch is made, and the pass and the run, number 12, he is gone.
He got some
Let
speed.
him go, number 10, 5, touchdown to the end zone, Titans. That is Trondrick Evans. Touchdown for the Titans. And finally, after almost 2.5 quarters, they finally scored.
Yeah, that looked like he was actually looking for the under receiver on that out route. They had 2 out routes on the same side of the field, and I think he overthrew him, but he had a guy that was in the area. When he got it, he turned on the jets. That kid has some speed, and nobody going to catch him.
That's right.
Mason Rambo come running about halfway across the field and try to tackle him on the sideline, and he couldn't even get to him. So, yeah, it looks like they're going for 2. Down to you,
and
Kim.
I didn't see who the defender was that was trying to cut the route. He almost got that pass. I couldn't see who it was from the angle that I was, but he just missed it.
That's going to be pass interference on somebody.
Yeah.
They were both fighting each other.
But I couldn't tell. They were. That was almost an equal opportunity.
They were both grabbing
yes,
each other.
they were. Uh-oh. Now we've got something going on in another flag thrown back there.
Oh, my goodness.
I think somebody said something on that one.
Been a fairly quiet game until now.
Because they're having some words with the coaching staff for South Garner's having some words with the player, so I think he said something.
And yeah, you could definitely tell when they threw that flag that it was something on South Garner because the crowd's reaction said it all. Let's see.
I still don't think we've seen what was called with pass interference.
Pass interference on
Clayton.
Being called against the Comets.
Dead ball, personal foul, or unsportsmanlike conduct on them.
Unsportsmanlike being called against the
So it'd just be a
Titans.
replay of downs.
It's unsportsmanlike conduct on the Titans, actually.
Yeah, he said something.
Who'd he make mad, Kim?
I don't know, because it looked like he was surrounded by his own players, so I don't know what he said.
And we've noticed in the last couple of weeks, the month for that matter, these referees will not tolerate any jawing. If there's any pushing or shoving to a certain extent,
Yeah, I mean, they've even, like, I've seen them in games here in high school recently and some other games locally to where I live at, you know. I mean, they've thrown unsportsmanlike conduct on personal foul on teammates of the same team for jaw-jacking at each other, for using words they aren't supposed to, which, I mean, that could count also, so.
We'll find out what the call is here.
So the pass.
And it's interference on the Comets is what we're being told.
The pass interference off against the Comets first, and now marking off the unsportsmanlike against the Titans.
So they're calling it unsportsmanlike conduct on the Titans.
And I like it in that order, because what was it, half the distance of what? That's a yard and a half.
That's right.
And then we get the 15 back.
Yard, yep.
We needed that. That was a gift.
And now the referee's over there explaining it to the coach, and the coach doesn't look like he's very happy. But ain't nothing he can do about it now.
Yeah, it's too late now. And understanding there's a new quarterback in now for the Titans. Number 3, well, he's back. He played quarterback earlier, James Johnson Jr.
JJJ.
Triple J is back. He's played offense, defense, special teams, linebacker, O-line, cornerback, free safety, punt returner, kick returner. That man can play all 7 sides of the ball. How many positions are there in football?
11.
He's played them all.
There's 22, technically, I guess you could say.
Okay, well, maybe he's played 10. So here we go now.
I even think I saw him playing with the band during halftime.
It's James Johnson. He's playing the hits here for the Titans at the homecoming game. James Johnson Jr. ready to go. To the backside is Jordan Reed. And after a unsportsmanlike conduct call, they're going to come back down with a 4th and 17, and they're going to go for it.
Right there.
Throw is up. Picked off. Man almost got caught by John Emerson. Oh, my goodness. Good coverage there. And he was there. Alejandro Rubio tipped the ball, and then John Emerson was ready to take it away and just come up short, Kim, because it bounced off the ground.
I think 24 Z Catcher got it.
Yep.
Yeah, it went right through his hands. And he was mad.
Yeah.
He wanted that one.
Yeah, he did.
Z Catcher, man, Z Catcher says, oh.
Because, I mean, there was everybody was running down to everybody was motioning to the left to lead
That's
that
all I
wide
saw was
receiver.
people running.
Yeah, everybody was moving to the left, and they did a little skinny post route to the flag back there in the back of the end zone. And if he'd have caught that, he had some grass.
That's all I saw was people running. Wherever I was going, I was running.
All right, Forrest.
Remember that?
No,
that's exactly what happened.
And when I got tired, I just went home.
That's right.
Well, let's see where they're going to kick it to this time.
Let's see. It's not over yet, shall we? As right now they're going to send it. Number 5 will punt it or kick it back, if you will.
5, John Emerson back.
14-6 the score. Here comes Ian Martin with a trip up. Got through the pack. Then he got almost hit head on. Boy, he almost got hit head on by number 8 or number 10 there in the pile of C.J. Brooks or Javon Wright. And the referees trying to break it up. Back down to you, Kim. Don't get caught in the mosh pit.
No, but I tell you what, Ian Martin had some great blockers in front of him.
A.J. Foster
Yes.
laid that dude on his tail. That was a great block. And didn't only hit him once, but hit him twice.
Came after him big time, if you will.
And then there was another one right up ahead. I can't remember if it was Byron Smith or maybe John Emerson. Somebody also picked up the next level of blocker. So that was a nice return. Gets the Comets in decent field position on about the 37.
After he knocked that one guy down at the 30, come and hit another guy almost too late out of bounds. So that was close. But that was That was good.
Well, let's see what happens here now.
The middle.
32, Nadir Simmons. Loss of 1 or 2.
Nadir Simmons back in the backfield at a loss of 1 or 2 down to UCAM.
No, just to say we got Hogan Yates back in at quarterback.
Hogan Yates is back in at quarterback again. Anderson's been in. Hogan Yates back in now, the number 2. Hogan Yates, the quarterback senior. Homecoming 2021 on the Community Radio Network for the radio call. CHS TV on YouTube. And what a ran him down, boy. He read that one, number 21.
Yep.
Kevon Moore brought down.
Yeah,
Everett Boyd, he's a little slow getting up.
Yeah, they run the guy, the outside wide receiver. I'm pretty sure it was number 11. Okay, Cyrus, it looked like. Or was that 17? Nope.
My goodness.
De'Aaron Campbell. They tried to run him deep and run a little swing route, and the defender didn't.
As right now the throw will go up. That's Yates. Yates will go. It's incomplete. Incomplete to number 10 of Javon, number 10, Darian Campbell. He was trying to be there, just coming up short.
Yeah.
And this is going to bring up 4th down and 12, Kevin.
And that would have been enough for a first down. Kim might be able to tell me a little bit better, but it looked like it was going to be enough for the first down if he'd have caught that ball. But then again, it almost got intercepted also.
I was going to say, I couldn't tell if the defender got just a finger on it.
I think he did, and it kind of threw his timing off just a little bit trying to catch it.
It was a little bit behind him at that point. And let's see if Rambo can get another good one off.
Yes, that's exactly right. Now, here we go with a 4th and 12. Comets will have to punt it. Rambo.
Good kick.
Side kick, by the way. It was sideways. Oh, ball! It's a live ball! It's a live ball! Comets got it. It's almost out of bounds. Is it out of bounds? Did it go out of bounds? I think it's Comets ball. Alejandro Rubio.
It's hard to tell if he got possession.
No. Did it go out of bounds? It's out of bounds. It's Titans ball.
He didn't have clear possession before he went out of bounds.
That's right.
And also the referee looks like, from what I can see from here, the referee was pointing that his foot was out of bounds when he got on the ball, so which would have made the player out of bounds.
My goodness.
It was by inches.
Oh my gosh, they were just, it's kind of one of those slow motion.
Yeah.
Everybody was like crawling to get to that ball.
How much you want to bet that's going to make a WREL Football Friday play if they're still here? My goodness. High school OT. So close. 3 or 4 Comet defenders there on that fumble. He fumbled the ball, Kevin. If it had been another 2 yards before the out-of-bounds line on the Comet sideline, Alejandro Rubio would have got it taken away like candy from a baby on Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, being close to Halloween, that
month of October.
Really good.
Trick or treat.
But yeah, like you said, whenever it hit him in the hands and then he bobbled it, if it had just hit him in the hands and hit the ground, that would have gave him the 2 yards back toward the inside of the field where it would have maybe been able to
Kim, here we go now. Titans throwing it up. That's number 9. Julian Littleton. He's a new quarterback, and it is incomplete.
Emerson there again.
It was intended for number 5, Zamir Winston, all the way right there at around the 30-yard line. That would have been a big drive.
And it looks like the Titans are going to, doing similar to the Comets, rotating in, platooning 2 quarterbacks.
Yes.
Yeah, Julian Littleton's a sophomore, so maybe they're trying to get him a little bit of action right here tonight.
No, I mean, he's the one that threw for 300 yards against Cleveland, so he can definitely throw it downfield.
He's 6 foot and he's got a big arm on him.
6 foot with a big arm, and here we go again.
Second down and 10.
This will be now 2nd down and 10, and look at that. Incomplete, intended again for number 5 is Zamir Winston, the wide receiver defensive back. 4:51 in the 3rd and 2nd and 10. Ball in the 36 coming up. Donovan Spellman, the Appalachian State Mountaineer commit next year, and Alejandro Rubio on the stop for the defense.
Yeah, if he'd have held the ball about another half a second, he would have been sacked in the backfield because they were coming like freight trains.
And this will now bring up 3rd and 10. And nobody was going nowhere. Right now it's 14-6.
4:50, about 4:50 to left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Clayton had a 14-0 lead. They opened the door on an interception in the end zone. And here comes number 9 with the throw.
He ain't going nowhere.
Look at him run him down. Donovan Spellman from behind along with Alejandro Rubio and number 55, Ty Streeter on the assist.
Ty Streeter with the assist there.
Yeah,
Holy smokes, Donovan was everywhere.
Cam, that was an awesome play
Yeah, he was everywhere on that play. He put the pressure on the quarterback, then turned around and ran down the receiver.
But, I mean, he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Yep.
I know it was an inside bubble screen, but when you bubble screen behind your guy and then there's already somebody there, you're obviously going to keep trying to keep coming the way you were. And then Spellman and Rubio were right there, and it was that there wasn't nothing else going on.
Certainly was. Man.
Let's see how their point team's going to do this time. Maybe we can get us a block, but it don't look like they're coming after it.
We'll see here, as it's going to be now 4 minutes remaining. And
get
a
away.
punt.
That's a
Give it
terrible
Comets
kick.
ball. Look
Get
at that.
away.
Ball bounces at around the 45-yard line at midfield. And look at that. Good Comets.
Yeah,
field position
that was
coming
about
up.
a 32-yard kick. That one went off the side of his foot, which is great for the Comets.
We are coming up on the top of the hour. We will pause for 10 seconds of network identification on CRN, the Community Radio Network, and for those that are also watching on Clayton High School TV via YouTube.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Sweep around the left, and another horse collar tackle. And look at every boy run. Touchdown as he dives.
Now, I heard whistles. I heard whistles way back.
I heard whistles, guys. I don't think that's a touchdown. Whistles were blown
33-yard line.
around at the 30, 35-yard line. Kim, there's either whistles blowing or sirens blaring because there's an ambulance roaring down Highway 70.
But there was whistles blowing. Again, they called it on the far sideline that he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, he was
but that was
tiptoeing
a jet sweep, and I tell you what, Everett Boyd, he turned on the afterburners as soon as he got a hold of that ball.
Yeah, he did.
What a drive, and it is not a touchdown. Everett Boyd wanted it. Stepped his foot out of bounds. 3:45. He wanted it again. He'll send it up to Cinco up the middle. And Cinco there. Now give the credit to 23 on the takedown. Isaiah Sykes was around there, the sophomore for the Titans. And this will bring up now a 2nd and 7, pickup of 3, Kevin Stone.
Yeah, they made that big run on that last jet sweep, and then they faked it this time. I mean, that's what you do. And then next thing you're gonna see is they're either gonna run a 5 to 7 yard out route, or they're gonna try to run a slant, because now you see the defensive backs are within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Here we go now, motion movement. Here comes Everett Boyd. Everett Boyd with a sweep to the right around the corner. He got tripped up by number 11 for the Titans, and that's Tion Cole that tripped him up. Tion Cole tripped up Everett Boyd there on that run. And Tion Cole there, he read it quickly. This will now bring up a 3rd and 2, a pickup of another 5 yards, Kevin.
Yeah, they're going back. I mean, if they can't stop them, you might as well keep running it until they prove that they can. But they are definitely, with these runs, keeping those defensive backs honest by keeping them closer to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go now, motion movement. Boyd is there. Up the middle.
Nice cutback.
Nice come around for Darian Campbell.
Play.
He goes down. That's the quarterback, Josh Anderson.
Smart play, because there was 4 defenders right there, and he was like, there ain't no need to take an unnecessary hit.
Anderson coming
get
back.
the first down and line back up.
Yep.
Joshua Anderson coming back after an injury to his wrist. He did not play at Southeast Raleigh in their 40-18 win last week for the Comets on the road in Raleigh. And, of course, the Garner game, he suffered a injury to his wrist in that 21-20 heartbreaking loss. Here we go. Motion, Cinco to the right. 3 defenders of the Titans there, swallowing, gobbling them up there. 23, 3 and 12 for the Titans defense. Number 23, Isaiah Sykes. Number 3 of James Johnson Jr. There you go again, guys. And number 12 of Trondrick Evans, who scored the touchdown earlier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are definitely going to that jet sweep. They are taking it to the wheel and trying to make sure that they get into the end zone with that play.
1:40 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Homecoming 2021, motion movement. Send it up the middle to Cinco. Cinco still on his feet. He lost the football.
They turned it
Titans got it back. 44.
No,
they're saying he's down.
Yeah, he was down.
His foot was down on the ground. His foot is down. It's not a fumble.
That side judge was
They were
on
dead
top
on it.
of it and was calling it immediately that he was down.
And by the way,
Thankfully.
for those that are watching, these referees are from the Triangle Football Association, and they're going to call it a first down on a fumble. After he went down, it's still 1st and 10 now.
No, they didn't call it a fumble.
They didn't call it a fumble, right. He fumbled, but they had already called him down.
Yep.
Eddie Pendergrass is the referee. Marty Smith, the umpire. The line middle, of course, is Mr. Michael Sachs. Line judge, Michael Utley. Jared Hopkins is the back judge.
Jet sweep again.
And here they come again around over left to the field. Is he there? Darian Campbell. Touchdown.
Yes.
Touchdown. Number 10. How about that? Darian Campbell, the wide receiver, defensive back junior. Kim, he has been really shining the last couple of weeks. He did really well at Southeast Raleigh, but tonight he gets a touchdown on homecoming night.
Yeah, he had some big plays last week, and that was a big play right there. You know, we talked about they've been running that jet sweep. They've run it, you know, both ways, and they've got the option. You've got either the quarterback can hand it off, and the extra point is good. And holy smokes,
that was a good kick right there.
Boyd was about to send that ball on the Highway 70 on the oncoming traffic.
That was beautiful. But again, when they run that jet sweep, you know, they'll run it both directions.
Yeah.
But when they do, you know, the quarterback, he's got three options. He gives it off to the receiver coming around. He can hand it off to the back right behind him or keep it himself. So it keeps the defense on their toes.
And listen to the famed Comets chant.
And then plus, Kim, going back to that too, you also have
the crowd in a roaring crescendo here at Nixon Fowler Stadium, as even when we were kids, Kevin, that chant still remains the Comets chant.
Oh, yeah. You know, that chant will never go away.
It never goes away.
That's just like the sign says, it's a tradition.
The tradition. Homecoming 2021. 109 remaining here in the third quarter after a touchdown score by number 10 of Darian Campbell, the wide receiver defensive back junior. He found a run to the left, sweep to the left, ran to the end zone, and made something happen after, of course, what looked like Everett Boyd had scored a touchdown, stepped out of bounds. Ball flies through the air. Everett Boyd, what a kick. The ball is up and around the 10-yard line. He'll come back on the sideline, and there's a sea of blue to bring him down.
22-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good swarm tackle by the whole kicking team.
10-27 there as well. Darian Campbell, 27 of Dalen Aiken also there. And, of course, number 5, John Emerson, all around.
It looks like when they get ball first and 10, there's going to be about a minute 4 left in the third quarter.
It is 21-6. Down to you, Kim Winslow.
You know, last year we saw a lot of, you know, squib kicks on the kickoffs. You can see as Everett Boyd has really matured into a kicker. He kicked that deep. I think the returner caught it about the 5 or 6 yard line.
It looked like it was about the 6.
Yeah. And that helps your defense.
Well, low snap for the Titans. They got it up, though. Johnson to 25 of Jordan Reed. Reed will go out of bounds. Mason Rambo was there, I believe, on the takedown.
Looked like we had a little wrestling match going on, a little extracurricular activity after the play.
A little tussling on the sideline. 45 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Kevin, when is the contact and the touching too much?
You got
This is a physical game. We know that.
Oh yeah, but you got to. These referees have been reffing a long time. They know when to nip it in the bud before it gets the fist be swinging. So you know.
2nd and 6. Ball on the 27. Quarterback is now number 9 again of Julian Littleton. Letting the clock run down, it looks like. Man, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're not reading the play. There's a lot of play calling on the sideline for the Titans.
5,
and they're putting a tap in the referee's hat. You see in the far left of the monitor, the referee tapping his hat. That means you got 5 seconds left before the play is, before it's delay of game. And that's also the advantage, Kevin, because the play clocks do not work here at Nixon Fowler Stadium. They haven't worked here in a while.
Yeah, and with this brand new turf field like this, it looks like they need to invest a little bit to go ahead and get them working back again. Because
there'll be a whole,
that would be a great, you know, investment in helping the kids too, because, you know, shoot, I mean, in college and NFL and any other football, they're able to see the play clock in multiple places in the whole stadium.
And they are working on that. In fact, it was supposed to be done when the field was done, and I don't know what happened afterwards. In fact, they were supposed to be out here today hoping it would be working tonight, but
they actually were supposed to try to work on it today. They were.
Well, that's good.
So there's an effort being made.
Well, I remember when they were put in, and when I was playing, they were here, and they, you know, they were a big advantage to have those.
It is halftime, done. Homecoming celebrations done. Third quarter is done. There's one more quarter left, and that is the fourth, and it's next on the Community Radio Network.
The Comet Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the following family super boosters for their support and generosity to Comets Athletics: the Evans family, the Gaskins family, the Ivy family, the Jones family, Kona Ice of Garner, the Moser family, the Nesselrode family, Prestige Pools of North Carolina, the Sharp family, and the Winslow family. If you would like to support Comets Athletics as a family super booster, please visit www.cometsathleticboosters.com. Thank you for being Comets All In, and go Comets!
Here they come back onto the field. And the start of the fourth quarter. 12 minutes on the clock. Kevin Stump, Wesley Outlet up top side. Mark Coates has jumped in a time or two. Kim Winslow on the sideline, and here we go. Deflected, incomplete for number 12, Trondrick Evans. Fourth down and 7 coming up, Kevin.
That was a nice route by the wide receiver, and the pass looked like it was right on the money, and Clayton was kind of playing on their heels a little bit on that one, so we're lucked out that he didn't catch that ball.
Yeah, as Blake Robertson would say, he hit him in the exact wrong spot, right in the hands.
Yeah.
It just went right off his fingertips.
Yeah. You just can't do that, right?
And it also looked like he might have been getting ready to try to turn before he caught the ball.
You got to bring the ball in before you start running.
Because when he was running that route before he cut to the outside, he probably noticed that there was nobody within 5 or 6 yards around him. So he tried to take off upfield before he had the ball.
21-6 for 4th and 7 here.
Fourth down.
And with it being the fourth quarter, 21-6, to see all of the crowd still sticking around, that's a testament to this coaching staff and these players.
Number 4, Ian Martin,
for
back.
certain.
See the punt. Gets the ball,
He's
takes
got some
off,
blockers.
starts in midfield.
He had some blockers.
He stopped around.
Had some help, had some blockers, had some runners there.
line.
It's no good. A 45.
Great field position.
And the Comets will now get some awesome field position to get started back around midfield. Back down to you, Kim.
You know, as he said, he had some blockers. It was almost good that they held up a little bit, because otherwise it probably would have been a block in the back.
Yeah.
So it was good. Just take the yardage you got.
Yeah,
let's line it up and move it downfield.
So this will bring up now a 1st and 10, ball on the 45 for the Comets. Welcome into those that are joining us for the second half of Homecoming 2021 on Clayton High School YouTube TV. Wesley Outland, Kevin here with you. It's Kevin Stump, Kim Winslow, and here comes a nice run.
Hold the ball,
Here you go.
32 to Nadir Simmons with a huge run for the Comets.
We were unable to show the first half due to some technical, but Christian Diggs and the staff quickly worked into getting the second half live. We will show the game in both for their entirety, the first and the second half live as you're watching. Because we know this is an important game, Kevin. You remember senior night, obviously, and then you remember the homecoming games.
Yeah, exactly. I still remember him to this
Everett
day.
Boyd with a sweep to the right, looking around the corner. And he's looking for a hole as public address comments announcer Greg Parrish commented on 21 of the takedown for the Titans of Kevin Moore. And what a sweep there for Everett Boyd. How much did he get? Really didn't go nowhere, did he? Second and 10.
He got about 3.5.
2nd and 7. He picked up 3.
But like we were talking about earlier, he actually went, instead of going east and west, he actually went about northwest.
Went northwest to northeast, if you will.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Motion movement on the other side. He'll fake it this time up the middle as Nadir Simmons. Nadir Simmons up the middle there.
That was a good block.
Third down for the Comets.
It was a good block number 52.
Yes, sir.
Number
3
73. Those were nice kick-out blocks that they had.
52 of the Comets of Christopher Kinsey and 73. No, you're talking about Garrick Walker as well as 73. No, you were. Okay, my bad. Christopher Kinsey as well as 73, Zach Klingenbeck. Here we go, throw. There you go. Kirkendall, number 18, Mason Kirkendall.
Kim, you
wide receiver had a run there.
He looks like he's right pretty close to the first
He's going to be just short.
Being a 21-6, 10 minutes to go in the game, this is something that Coach Andy's probably going to go for.
It's 4th and 1, and they're in the red zone, Kim.
When you got a big back like that with Nadir Simmons in the backfield.
Oh, yeah, and as good as the offensive line's been blocking this series, go with him.
We'll go with the quarterback sneak, looks like.
Oh, got to get 1 yard. Got to get 1 yard. He got it. He got it. Joshua Anderson, even though they push him back, he got it. First down.
He picked up a couple yards on that.
Yeah, he did. That was some good penetration by South Garner, but they weren't no match for the Clayton offensive line.
Yeah, that was 50 and 23 there for the Titans on the stop, of course, of Isaiah Sykes, as Nick Walker was there as well on the O-line. But still, he got a yard and more. Checks his play card now on his side of his wrist. And we get ready now for a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 13.
Up the middle.
Comets up the middle. There you go.
Hold the ball.
Nadir Simmons. He got to hold that football.
Yeah,
you keep talking about that.
He's
That's
trying to stretch out to gain a half a yard.
I was going to say the same thing. He rolls on and he can't see what's coming up behind him. Right. All it takes is one person to knock that ball out.
That's right. We've seen that several times.
I think running backs coach Brian Bland will probably have that discussion with him that, look, you've picked up, what was it?
About
6 yards or
about 5 yards.
Just, it's not worth it.
Yeah, because he was also laying on top of somebody. So if that ball would have got stripped out, that's a live football unless he was laying on the ground, but it looked like he was on top of somebody.
8:45 remaining here in the 4th. Jet sweep by Everett Boyd around the corner. And he still stays on his feet, goes down the second time, tripped up by number 21 again.
And he's mad at himself.
Kevin Moore. Oh, we got a flag.
They got somebody.
Oh, man, I wonder if Boyd said something.
I don't know. Yep, he's looking right at him.
Oh,
man.
That will fire up this coaching staff. See what the signal is.
Did he say something he shouldn't have?
He might have.
In frustration, we'll find out.
No,
the referee.
Legal block
it's a legal block on South Garner.
No, it's got to be on Clayton.
It's on Clayton. My apologies. Yes, you're right. It's on a legal block in the back on the Comets.
Look, I'd rather have that than having said something.
Conduct. Yes.
Just like Coach Handy said in the pregame, you don't mind those penalties where you're being aggressive, you're working hard. You don't want the mental mistakes. So I'll take that one over the other.
Here we go now with 8:28 remaining in regulation of the 4th here at homecoming.
So I got trips to the left and your tight end to the right.
Corinth Holder next week, then a bye game. Then they
dump ball.
Oh, lost the ball. Anderson, get it back. He got it back. Look at him run. But he's not going anywhere. He lost a couple of yards.
3 or 4 on the play, going to bring up 3rd down.
See, that right there is what we were talking about a minute ago, Kim, and Wesley, about them holding on to the football. I know he's back there, but he's got somebody in his face. Tuck the ball away until you can get away from him, and then try to go pass again.
Yeah,
and he's holding that left arm.
He's holding the left arm again, Kim, and they had to fix his shoulder pads as well on his jersey.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful about that.
Yeah, sometimes you try to make something out of nothing. He's very good at doing that. Sometimes you just got to throw the ball away.
Anderson whistles, flags. What is this on?
We may be going backwards again.
False start on number 1, looks like. Yep.
Kim, it looks like the last 2 snaps. Anderson can't even hold the football, it looked like there for a second.
Yeah, he's still holding that left arm right around his elbow, it looks like.
Yeah, when he was running up the field a minute ago after he got the ball back, he took a shot on that left shoulder. So, it could be a light stinger, too, that might be bothering him.
Anderson will make his way, got the play call. He'll make his way back to the huddle here. Nadir Simmons to his right. They're at the right hash mark here on the new turf field. Nixon Fowler Stadium motion movement from right to left. Here comes now Everett Boyd. Low snap by Anderson. Anderson with the throw. Is he there? It goes up.
Touchdown. Got it.
Touchdown. Ian Martin.
Nice.
Ian Martin was there.
Nice.
Touchdown.
Yeah,
28 yards to the end zone, Kim.
Yeah,
wow, what a throw.
He had about 3 or 4 yards on him. That was a great catch and a great pass where only he could catch that ball.
Wow, and he just, as he ran his route, he just tracked that ball all the way into the end zone. And that was a pretty pass by Josh Anderson.
I was getting ready to say, that was a beautiful spiral.
28-yard throw from Anderson on a low snap, Kim, a low snap.
Yeah. And it was nice to see that, especially after we had back-to-back penalties. We were, moving the wrong direction, had the sack. It was good to see a good play like that.
And it is good.
And then we'll see Everett Boyd with the point after attempt.
28 yards. Good job.
Nice.
That kick is up. Better and better every time, man. I'm telling you. Wow.
Every time he kicks it, you see his teammates come up and congratulate him. And, you usually see that. Obviously, he converted, got the point, but I think they are happy to see that he is kicking a pretty ball through those uprights.
Cam, keep those mics on. A
Look,
yeah, go ahead, Kim.
No, I was going to say, I don't think anybody has left this comic crew tonight. It is still packed
Well,
up
I mean,
there.
look up there on the hill.
I
It don't
know.
look like many people's left over there.
All the way around the fence.
I'm glad I got a lot of stuff to pack up at the end of the night because I don't want to be in the traffic.
I'm glad I'm here.
Look at Christian, my camera guy, Christian Diggs
Yeah.
out of Moxville on the production, saying yes, he agrees.
I'm glad.
That's how we communicate with each other
I know. I saw
at
him
the
doing it.
racetracks.
I saw him doing
At
it
the
earlier.
NASCAR races, I'll say, hey, Christian, did you see that? The mosquitoes attacking you tonight? All right, here we go. Okay, that was a very slow no.
I just do have to say though, people that aren't watching this, Christian, you are a great cameraman. You are keeping up with the action.
I told
you are
you.
a class act. I appreciate you.
I
doing
told
it.
you.
And this is a pleasure watching this on here because this is amazing.
And this was something that we literally put together, Kim, like last night before the JV game to try to find some way to let people watch it. And then we had to deal with some kind of, down errors and blocks by the county on the feeds for social media, which we get. But we finally got approval to put it up for the second half, and we hope they're enjoying it.
One of the things that just took place behind me, every once in a while you'll see that they'll put a cheerleader up on the board and do push-ups. And my daughter just did her 28 push-ups.
Oh, there you go.
I bet she's not happy to score 28-6, but she is.
One time last year it was either 42 or 48. She was ready for them to stop scoring.
Number 15 with the return, that was Christian Stewart. Number 5, John Emerson on the takedown on the kickoff return. And
she was probably thinking like Blake thinks half the time, just get the other kids in. Let's get the backups in and get everybody a chance to play. Maybe we won't score anymore.
Kevin, is it time to run the ball, run the clock down? What do you think?
Absolutely.
28-6.
Now, I mean, if something goes crazy in the next minute and a half, and South Garner would happen to score and get a 2-point conversion and make it a 28-14 game, then you still got to play a little bit of offense. There's still a lot of time, especially since they've got all 3 of their timeouts. So, and there's a offsides right there. Jameer Boardley.
Off the sides, offsides. For the Comets.
Jameer Boardley.
Yeah, Jameer Boardley. And I'm thinking, obviously, with homecoming, you got a big lead right now, 28-6. You're going to see some second, third player strings come in.
Especially after this drive.
And it's homecoming.
Yeah.
You want them to be a part of something special.
But,
I remember this.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got some seniors, that might not play as much as some of the other ones. They'll definitely make sure they get them in, especially on being their last homecoming.
It might be their last football game.
Yeah, could be.
7:06 remaining here in regulation. Snap ball going through the middle. Oh, they were trying to rip it away from him, man. Number 5, John Emerson, Mason Bland also there.
He had his big old paw all over that
I was going to
football.
say, Mason Bland shot the gap, and he was right there.
Mason Bland, Kim, was trying to grab that football, the prince of homecoming 2021.
Yeah, if he'd have been about a half a second faster, instead of the running back getting it, it'd have been Bland going to the end zone with it.
6:35 remaining here in the fourth. And the band plays on. A big win tonight. They're going to go at 500 at 4-4, 3-1 in the Greater Neuse River 4A Conference. Corinth Holder next week's.
Oh,
bad snap. He got it back, and he goes to his knees. That's probably the smartest thing, Kevin, that Julian Littleton could do at number 9.
When the ball went over his head, he picked it up. Spellman was already there. He turned around to try to run and saw 6 Comets right there, and he said he didn't want no part of that. He just said, I'm going to the ground.
No part of it. No way, Jose.
No, I'm not getting my head knocked off to try to get some yards back. He was like, not today.
5:50 remaining here and now. Clock ticks down. It's 28-6. Homecoming 2021, South Garner and Clayton. Here we go.
Picked off. Oh, got it.
Picked off. Picked off number 15, and that is Jaquan McKee Brinkley. How fitting, how special to come back from an injury. Homecoming night and score a touchdown for the senior, Kim.
That is so awesome. When he got hurt, when his kneecap popped, he didn't know if he was going to be able to come back and play at all this season. So to see him come back and make a play I was just happy to see him on the field. But then to come make a play like that is awesome.
To come back from an injury. Come back from an injury last year that sidelined him.
No, it was just this year. It was a couple of weeks.
Actually, a couple of weeks ago.
We were playing at Smithfield Selma.
To come back from an injury earlier in the year and to score a touchdown as a senior on homecoming night. What could be more fitting or special, and every boy still kicking them high through the goalpost.
Well, you knew it was eventually going to happen. Emerson picked off the first one down here and got about 5 yards. When he picked off the second one he got about 25 yards. Well, he said that, the heck with this, Brinkley said, I'm going to take this one to the house. Y'all can have it.
Here they go again.
He done switched it up that time. He went up for the defense chant.
He changed it up. We got a guy in the leader of the grandstands down there, right?
Hey, Kim, since they didn't do the Comets chant, are they still going to make them do the push-ups?
I don't know. We'll have to see. But that was pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen them.
Somebody over here in the Comet
somebody
crew's
in the
doing push-ups.
grandstand, yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what you call that.
You know what they call that, Kim? It's called having fun and beating people at homecoming.
That's right.
Oh, he's got her draped across his back, kind of doing squats.
I almost thought he had a tutu on.
Yeah, well, no, the girl does. He's got a girl draped across his back doing squats.
Oh. Hey, it's all about, with 5:37 to go, up by 29, it ain't nothing but having fun time now.
First and 10, ball on the 40 for Coach Shane Handy and his men, the young men of the Clayton Comets varsity team. They did exactly what they wanted to do. Lost the football. Comets ball. I think it's the Comets ball. I believe it's the Comets ball. The Comets might have it. No, the Titans come back on the pile with it.
Yeah, when the Titan went down, he snatched his arm out and just got that ball brought right back in.
Number 11, Tion Cole.
And the cheerleaders just finished doing 35 push-ups. That time it was Alex Bailey.
Tion Cole was the man on the bottom of the dog pile, if you will, Kevin.
Yeah, that was it wasn't as big of a scrum as it had been on the last time that they fumbled the ball, but they were lucky to get that one back.
All right, Titans going to have the ball first and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
5:30 remaining here in regulation. First and 10, ball on the 40. Listen to the Comet crew. Their Comets all in. Here we go. Snap is high. Another high snap. It's called brought in there by number 5. And there's just all sorts of hits. Snap, crackle, pop, bing, bang, pow, kaboom. 43 bringing him down, man. William. Wow. Miles 2, number 33 with a big hit there.
And A.J. Foster was there too to turn it back to the inside.
Remember, A.J. Foster went into running back mode last week at the end of the game and scored a touchdown. Here we go now with a 2nd and 9, ball on the 41, run through the middle. He had a run through the middle. He was coming hard. 55, Streeter brings him down. 23 is there. Also A.J. Foster. Number 14, Nehemiah Prince also around there. Kate Cyrus the Virus. Oh, yeah, you don't want to go against the dog pound of the Comets defense.
No, not right now, as dominant as they've been tonight.
Clayton will now set their sights on the completion of homecoming and go with Corinth Holders on the road next Friday night. JV here at home. Throw. Caught. Attempt made by number 5, Zamir Winston from the throw by the QB of Julian Littleton. And it's a first down for the Titans. As I was saying, next Thursday night, JV here at Nixon Fowler Stadium for the football game. Varsity away at Corinth Holder. Then they take a bye week. The JV Comets will be highlighted here at home with their final game of the season against the Willow Springs Storm for JV. And then senior night, final game of the conference of the regular season here against the Cleveland Rams.
I just want to relay a message. Just make sure the officials have asked Greg Parrish not to announce play-by-play. Handy was trying to get the message up to him. I don't know if he heard it.
They've been asked for you not to do play-by-play, Greg Parrish. The referees have asked for you not to do play-by-play.
I got the message.
I told him, yeah. Coach Greg Parrish, he getting into it.
Oh, Lord.
Here we go. Poor Greg. They've been telling him he can't do play-by-play.
Got a man down right there.
Somebody give Greg Parrish a headset. Let him go.
Who's that, 52?
Oh, we got a player down. Number 57 is down. 57 for the Titans of Alex Colhane. And Alex Colhane is down. 57, Alex Colhane for the Titans is down, and he's going to be checked out by the trainers. This will give us a chance to go to commercial break as we're down the stretch at homecoming. 2021. 35-6, and actually Tulane will walk it off.
You went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council. To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Coming down to the stretch here. Homecoming 20-21, the run, the throw, the ball.
Going nowhere.
And up the middle. And they just bring him down. Snatched him up. Comets were there. Number 14 and 11. Cade Cyrus, the virus. 14, Nehemiah Prince. And bringing him down, 25 of Jordan Reed. And this is now a 2nd and 9 with a ball on the 33-yard line. Homecoming looking good at Nixon Fowler Stadium. As we got a timeout by the Comets. We'll take timeouts with them. Stand by. Here's Kim Winslow with a word from the corporate Super Comet Boosters, and a big gracias for sponsoring athletics here at Clayton.
The Comet Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the following corporate and Super Comet boosters for their support and generosity to Comet's athletics: Generation Church, Horizon Family Medicine, Lee's Produce, the Noose Country Club, and TR Lee Oil and Gas. If your business would like to support Comet's athletics, please visit www.cometsAthleticBoosters.com. Thank you for being Comets All In, and go Comets!
2:41 left to go here in the fourth. Kevin, timeouts, just letting time go by, bringing in different players. What do you think, bud?
Well, it looked like they had to call a timeout. Because they were close to getting a substitution infraction. They had a man that was going. They were getting ready to snap the ball, and Clayton would have had 12 men. So Coach Tandy saw it and called the timeout, which is a smart play.
He read it.
2:41. Why give them a little bit closer? Let's try to keep them to only getting 6 points. So, I mean, like we said last time, with them timeouts, you can't take them home with them. You might as well use them.
The penultimate game of the regular season next Friday night against the Corinth Holder Pirates. Throw, QB. It's caught, touchdown. Goes to the end zone. Number 6. That's Michael Bond.
That was a bullet touchdown by Julian Littleton, but he stood in the pocket and paid for it.
Touchdown, Michael Bond at number 6. You know, I said it last night of the JV game with Blake Robertson. Okay, let him have it.
Yeah, Jameer Bordley laid the wood on him on that one. Julian Littleton's going to be thinking about standing in the pocket again like that when number 19's coming at.
And now they're going to go for 2. 35-12 the score. Listen to him making noise. Yeah. Here we go. Number 9, snap, ball.
Pitch.
He runs on his own. The pitch to the right. To the left to Jordan Reed, and they come up short. He is short. It's incomplete. It is no good.
Yeah, that was a good swarm attack by the defense, not to give up anymore.
Yeah. Down to you, Kim.
And on that defense, you know, obviously with the Comets up 35-6 at that point, they had some defensive substitutions in there. So there was a little bit of inexperience. You know, and the defender on that play, you know, he's hitting his head. He knew when the receiver caught the ball, he went in to just try and hit the receiver with his shoulder as opposed to try and wrap him up and tackling him. But that's why you get him into the game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, because he's, you know, a minute ago when they were trying to make substitutions, he was trying to bring in number 34, Frank Melton, right before they called the timeout. He's only a junior, and it looks like after they came out of that timeout that there were some different. I mean, even right now, it looks like there's a few different players in different positions right now, even on this this ensuing kickoff.
Mark Coates will give his analysis on post-game when this game wraps up after he's done running the clock. 2.5 minutes remaining.
And it looks like Clayton set up with her hands team out there just in case South Garner wants to try anything tricky.
And by the way, the Comets Athletic Boosters post-game wrap-up is next after this game is over. Coaches' interviews, maybe some player interviews. Bob on a squib kick.
Nice.
And here it comes, picking it up. Comets got it. That was number 3, Mr. Byron Smith, the senior wide receiver defensive back.
Smart play. Just grab it and get down. There ain't no need. I mean, there's 232. You know, these kids are smart enough to know, you know, South Garner is already down. They already know they're going to lose. It's going to be a long trip back to Wake County for them, which I'm not sad about. But, you know, you got to watch out.
Well, I like this Garner team better than the other one.
That is correct. And plus,
no, the Garner Trojans was a good game.
Yeah, I mean, but like I was saying,
the
you know,
Titans are a growing program.
Oh yeah, and he made a smart play by going down. They're going to get some of the other players in the game, and you know, cooler heads are going to prevail, and because you don't want to try to run up the score, so just get down, get some other players in. Let's see what they can do.
Here we go with a sweep up the middle now with the ball for the Comets. Nadir Simmons.
Gain of about 5 or 6 on the play.
Just like that. That was a nice
No,
run.
that was A.J. Foster, correction. A.J. Foster with the run. Foster on the carry, running back linebacker junior, A.J. Foster. Right at midfield for homecoming. Coming up on a 2-minute warning, but they don't take a timeout in high school football like they do NFL. Here we go, motion movement, number 12.
Jet sweep.
Sweep around the corner from the left to the right. Here he comes.
Number 12.
From right to left, actually, from the broadcast position. And Tondrick, number 12 of Deion Harris.
Yep.
And they brought him down, number 10 for the Titans.
Now they call timeout.
Javon Wright, we got a timeout in the field.
It looks like with being third down, they're going. It looks like they might be getting ready to call timeout to put some substitutes in.
1:48 remaining in the game.
Sportsmanship. It means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team.
Being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom.
Dad, son,
Daughter. Coach.
Are we in this together?
sportsmanship. Together, we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Boy, we might have an upset alert. Undefeated Heritage. Nightdale leads them 43-36 at the end of the game on high school OT. Thank you, Nick Stevens. As Heritage.
How much time is left in that game? All I saw was it said tune in to see if Heritage can come back.
Yeah,
but it didn't say how much time was left.
It says 43-36.
Yeah.
Yeah, no time given. You must have got the same alert.
I did.
Heritage might be not undefeated anymore. Here we go now. Run by Yates up the middle to Foster. Foster got a run to around the 35.
That was some
and
good
a first
blocking.
down.
That was some good blocking by them offensive linemen.
Yeah. A first down. Good run by A.J. Foster.
A minute 30 left. Let's see what they're going to do.
First and 10 for the Comets.
Final 90 seconds of play here. First and 10. And
ball on the ground.
No, they turned it over. Turnover, number 10, Javon Wright. One man to beat, and Yates couldn't run him down. Touchdown, Titans. Javon Wright. Oh, my goodness. You bring in the second, third stringers. You give them a chance to be in the spotlight for homecoming night, and you've had 2 touchdowns here scored. Obviously,
yeah, it looks like
that wasn't good.
Yeah, it looked like Hogan Yates tried to hand it off to the running back going up the field and didn't pull it out in time because he was going to run the ball, and it hit the running back's elbow and came out.
Cam, it's all about getting experience, and that's what it's about. But there's going to be some mistakes made on the field.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of starters that were out in there.
Yeah.
But it was just on that handoff.
Yeah,
the
he tried
timing
to pull
was
it out a little bit late.
And the defender was just right there to snatch it right away from him.
35-18, cut the deficit in half, if you will. They're going to go for 2. Try to make it 35-20. Throw it up. It is incomplete. It was intended for number 5 in the backfield of Zamir Winston. Great coverage by number 24 of Mr. Zeke Hatcher. Zeke Hatcher on the coverage in the backfield to stop the 2-point conversion, as well as Byron Smith. It was intended for Zamir Winston. Byron Smith also helping out with a stop. So Clayton, in the next minute and 10 seconds, will now go to 500. I can say they're batting 500 because it is officially the postseason for baseball. They're going to go to 4-4 in the year. They're going to now go to 3-1 in conference. They prepare to play Cornholder Pirates next Friday night. Then they have a bye week. And oh boy,
whoa,
the humdinger, the granddaddy senior night of them all at Nixon Fowler Stadium. Battle of the zip codes.
Where's the old
Battle of Clayton.
Where's the old Keith
Cleveland.
Jackson when you need him? Whoa,
Whoa,
Nelly.
Yes, and that'll be a good one. On Halloween weekend, trick or treat. Smell the gridiron at Clayton on Friday night, October 29th. Clayton and Cleveland. A squib kick, if you will, an onside kick. Oh my goodness, guys, get the ball. There you go.
Down.
Kirkendall was around there. A couple other guys were down. That's Everett Boyd.
Comment for cover.
Now, Everett Boyd, looked like he's got a daze there for a second. He's not get back up.
Yeah. He took a hit
Give
on
me
that
some
first
smelly
shot.
sauce, if you will.
Yeah, he picked the ball up off the ground and got a lick from somebody.
Oh, it's 35-18, 108. Homecoming will be a win for the Comets. And the Comets football team wins homecoming on the road at last night. Obviously, 28-14. Tonight, 35-18. If you're the Comets, do you just need the ball and call this one and finish? What do you do?
It doesn't look like it.
No, Yates right up the middle. Going to give a run now to number 43 for the Comets.
William Urena.
43.
William Urena. William
Senior
Urena.
running back
Yes.
getting the ball.
William Urena running with the ball.
The Comets going to bring up third or second down and 3.
Cam, we're seeing a lot of Rudy moments going on here right now for these seniors here for homecoming night as we're down to 44.4 seconds left in the fourth. That's a lot of fours in that sentence.
Yeah, and you want to try and get people in. Like you said, that last game of the season, it will be senior night here against Cleveland. There may not be a lot of opportunity to get a lot of people in the game.
Unless you're on the kickoff.
Homecoming and a knee.
And we take a knee.
Take a knee. Number 2, Hogan Yates. Final 30 seconds. Will that do it, or they got a knee it one more time? This will now be a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. I think is a timeout called. That's it. That's the ball game. It's over. Comets win on homecoming. Homecoming. Look at that. Show that clock ticking down. Yeah, baby. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like Happy New Year, it's Happy Homecoming in Clayton. Final score, 35-18. The Comets win here at Nixon Fowler Stadium.
Now we continue the sportsmanship aspect of it, giving the handshake. So looks like hopefully everything should be going good with this.
Oh, and they are shaking hands. They are congratulating one another. Good sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship. I love it. Cam, I know we got a very exciting Comets Athletic Boosters post-game wrap-up. Player interviews, Coach Shane Handy, obviously. Take your pick. What a great job, 35-18 here in Clayton tonight.
And if you're watching down here giving the handshakes, some of the South Garner players are not being very
amicable.
A little amicable,
yeah,
if you will.
I mean, you got Cyrus right here, and he's trying to make sure he gets everybody high fives too.
And people are pulling away from him.
He's kind of said something to a few of them too, and he's like, "Hey, what? No sportsmanship here." But I mean, that was good. At least he tried to give everybody fives and kept everybody else cool. So And now it looks like the players and the students, they're coming onto the field.
Yeah, but go to that far left. The Comet crew, they're about to come and bombard the Comet's football staff.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw at the very end as the clock ticked down, the Comet crew, they all threw up baby powder.
Yeah, I can
and it is
smell
in the air.
Yeah, I smell
like
it.
baby powder. Well, I'll be fresh after the game.
But hey, before we go any further, can we say thanks to the weather gods up above, man, for blessing us with
100%.
good weather? Definitely thought there was going to be a chance of some severe weather, and maybe it'll come now. Let it rain, let it rain. This game is over. Down to you, Kim.
I'm just going to turn off my mic and as Coach Handy gives his spiel.
She'll be back with us in a moment. We'll be joined now as Kim gets ready to hear some words of wisdom from Shane Handy in the comments, and before the prayer, we're joined back again with Coach, former player, coach, analyst Mark Coates. Mark, taking the game 35-18 tonight.
Balanced play calling tonight. Comets came out and established themselves in the first quarter. Had a one touchdown lead, I believe, at halftime. Came out and with balance between run and pass, and were able to put up 35 points here in the second half. Gave up 2 touchdowns late in the ball game, but it's homecoming. You want everybody to play, get everybody in. So good job tonight by the Comets going out and securing a win on homecoming.
Certainly is, definitely. And of course, your take of the second half from the first half. Obviously, you said things were looking really good by them in the first half, and then second half they lit it up, and then let them score a couple of touchdowns. Can happen.
Yeah, I mean it was probably, I would think, more pass happy the first half, but nothing wrong with that. They went out, they executed a lot of that. They came back out and run the ball some more in the second half. Got on the outside and tried to open it up some. South Garner was stacking the box and trying to take away the inside run, so they beat them on the outside.
Kevin, your thoughts on everything, buddy, man? I mean, obviously you were right there on the call of the game with us, 35-18. Obviously you want to win homecoming, and they did that.
Yeah, to reiterate what Mark was saying, the Coach Handy and the Comets took what the defense was giving them for South Garner. They would block a little bit to the right. Clayton would run it to the left. If they would stack the box, like Mark said, they'd bounce it to the outside. If the DBs were coming up, they'd run a little bit of a post play, or if they were laying back on their heels some, they would maybe, we didn't see it as much tonight, but they were throwing some of the little slant plays. But, whatever the defense gave them, they made an adjustment and made it happen.
Down the field, and Kim Winslow.
Yeah, I've got Jaquan McKay-Brinkley with me.
Oh, yes.
Jaquan, after that game when you popped out that knee cap, did you think you would be back out here on this field?
Yes, ma'am.
You knew you were going to be back. Every week I kept asking you, how much longer, how much longer? Tonight was your first game back. How thrilling was it to cap it off with a play like that with a pick six?
It was amazing. I've been telling my teammates, I've been dreaming all night. Every single night of this week I've been dreaming about a pick six. And that's what you manifest.
Well, can you keep dreaming about it then? Well, welcome back. We're so excited to see you out on this field, and congratulations.
Thank you.
That's just one of the players with a pick six tonight after an injury back in the Triple S game against Wake Forest. Jaquan McKay-Brinkley, the senior wide receiver defensive back tonight with a touchdown on a pick six there, Kevin.
Yeah, he made a great jump on that ball, and when he had it, that was it. He was gone. There wasn't nobody going to catch him. He made sure of that because he saw it in his dreams. He definitely made it into a reality because he jumped on that and read the quarterback's eyes all the way through. That was a great pick.
Mark, your thoughts of this mosh pit of people here on our broadcasts on Clayton High School TV, YouTube, and CRN. Back down to you, Kim. We'll get Mark in a second.
Yeah, sorry, Mark, didn't mean to interrupt, but I got Cade Cyrus with me.
Yeah.
Cade, I think they were going to start charging y'all rent for as much time you spent in that backfield. Were you guys just amped up tonight?
I mean, for us, seeing our seniors last year and the year before that, it's always a big thing coming in as a senior, especially on homecoming and senior night. So I guess you could say we were ramped up, but it's always a fun thing to play on a new field and play as a Comet.
Look, we've been watching this defense all year, and we've been asking, because we see it in the JV game also with the defensive line, the linebackers. We want to know what Coach Walker and Coach John are feeding you guys.
Grit and probably about some big old I don't know, protein waffles, make milkshakes, about 200 push-ups a day, I don't know. They just feed us the will to win, and it's always something about getting better. He always says humble but hungry, so we always got to say hungry even if we make good accomplishments. So it's always the next big thing.
Well, congratulations, Cade.
Thank you.
That was Kim.
I love that young man.
I do too. Cade Cyrus, the virus. What a phenomenal job tonight. And there you see, hey, where's Kim? Christian, where's Kim? We spotted Kim. There she is. Where's Kim? There she is. Yeah. Mark, your thoughts on what we were talking about before we threw it down to Kim with Cade Cyrus, the virus?
Well, just a balanced attack. The team played well.
I'd grab Yates.
Couple little mistakes, but nothing really hurt us. We had one drive where we got down there 3rd and 3, and some mistakes cost us. We wound up at the 28-yard line, but the coaches made a good call on that 3rd and 28 play, and seam route down the middle, and we scored on it. So,
Kim, I think Christian's going to follow you wherever you go now. So where's Kim? Has come to an end. He's following you.
I have been searching all over for Coach Handy.
Coach Handy.
So I'm going to see if I can grab a quick second with him. Do you have a quick second?
There he is.
Coach Handy, you were talking in the game just about how special sometimes homecoming is, having the alumni come back. How awesome was it to see this kind of crowd come out to support the team tonight?
It was a great crowd. We always got, of course, Clayton area, man, they always come out and support, but it was extra special tonight. So it was a great group of people for sure. Really neat.
And what did you think of your defense tonight?
Oh, man, we flew around so well, and our defensive backs played so well on the run and pass. It's really complimentary at halftime about the way they were playing defense and stuff, and came out in the second half, did a great job. So, yeah, it was awesome.
And we saw a lot of good blocking from the offensive line, too, opening up some holes for those running backs. We see Nehemiah Smith is out, but we've talked about, there's been lots of injuries up and down, but it's been a next man in type of mentality.
Yeah, no question. Our next guy up, man, has done a great job running the football and stuff. Thought we did some good things running and completed some balls here and there in the past, and then we're just going to continue to work on that and get better.
And after those injuries, it's nice to see these players when they're able to come back, and to see Jaquan McKay-Brinkley. How awesome was that?
That was incredible. It was so awesome. He told me he was going to do it. He said, Coach, I'm going to score. I'm like,
he said he dreamed about it. He said, that's how you manifest it. I said, dream about it again then.
Exactly right. That's exactly right.
All right, well, thank you, Coach Andy. Have a good evening, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, how about that? Thank you, Kim, getting the word there with the coach, Coach Shane Handy, and a win. And well, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I think there's weather in the area. We're going to try to get as much packed up as we can. And truth be honest, Mark Coates, I've been in this press box since 8:30 this morning. I'm ready to go home before I drive to the beach in the morning.
Well,
I want to go to the beach.
It's 9:52, and unless they kick us out, we're not going home. We're going to the draft house. We're going to have some beers.
Yes.
And
yes.
Free advertising for them. I'm sorry, but that's where we're going.
I really wish they would do something with us, seriously. And I know they're building some more stuff. But anyhow,
I do know somebody that would like to work with us. And I got a hint today. So I'm going to give a shout out to Jody Stanley at 5J's Beef and Cattle out on Norris Road.
Well, tell them to call me.
I sure will.
Kim Winslow, down to you for the final time. Your final thoughts. We're going to get out of here, guys. We got to pack up to beat the weather.
I just thought it was an all-around great performance by the Comets. Last week we saw a great third quarter. Tonight, they put it all together, and we say it every week. I mean, this defense is just so fun to watch, and it's nice to see, the offense coming along. And again, when they can mix it up with the pass and the run, it makes all the difference in the world.
All right. Mark, Coach, your final thoughts, buddy. I know you wasn't on the play-by-play call for a lot tonight, but you saw a good game.
Good win for the Comets. Homecoming, you get that behind you. You've got two games coming up, must-win games for the Comets. They need to come out and practice hard the next week, stay focused. They have a bye week in between the Corinth game and the Cleveland game. Focus on Corinth. Do not look ahead and focus on that last ball game. Focus on Corinth, get ready, and go win that ball game.
Kevin,
yeah, I just want to add real quick to what Mark said, just because that's exactly was the message that Coach Handy gave in the post game. He said, we've got big things ahead, two of our biggest rivals. He needs them to stay focused these next several weeks in practice because they got big things ahead.
Kevin Stump, your final thoughts?
Yeah, and I mean, like you said the other day when we were even calling that soccer game, Wesley, between Clayton and Corinth Holders, how much rivalry they have.
Oh, yes, 1-0 the score, by the way.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, and like Mark said, I mean, they cannot overlook Cleveland, Corinth, and look at Cleveland because if they go in there unprepared, you know, Corinth's got a good team, so Cleveland will be there. Cleveland ain't going nowhere, so we'll work on it. And the bye week in between will give them plenty of time to make everything sure is tip-top shape.
Almost 4 hours on the air on the Community Radio Network. And, of course, we hope those that are watching on the Clayton High School YouTube TV enjoyed the second half. When it's all said and done, the Comets all in, winning homecoming 2021. For videographer, producer, director, Christian Diggs. For Bennett Jones, the principal, Dr. Coach, which, by the way, 2 years ago today, yesterday actually, was when they brought back Mr. Bennett Jones, and just such an awesome leader of the Comets All In banner. Thank you also to John Asmussen, Marlon Lee. For Kim Winslow, Mark Coates. For Kevin Stump, I'm Wesley Outland. 35-18. Homecoming 2021 in the books. Corinth Holder Pirates is next. And we got it for you always on CRN, the Community Radio Network. And we thank you for those also that were watching on the Clayton High School YouTube TV feed. God bless you all. Be Comets all in. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you for listening and watching.